Rachel wants to know how you guys feel about Naruto.
I
It's
watched all
alright.
of it. It was good.
Which is it? Was it good or just all right? You
I thought
can't
it was-
agree.
It's alright. Like it takes too long to accomplish anything. It's kind of like a more I guess sped up version of One Piece. One Piece really takes forever for anything to happen.
It's just like a shonen type anime. That's how
That's
they.
true.
That's how they roll.
That's how
That's
they
how
do
they
it.
get like 18 years of life out of a single show.
I think that's why I like shows like One Punch, where it's like there's 12 episodes. I'm okay with 12 episodes.
There's 2 seasons of it, right?
There's 2, but I mean the second one was it was all right. The first one was the one by the original company.
That was the thing I was telling you about. Madhouse never does anything twice.
Yeah, you told me that. I remember now.
We talked
But
about
the
that
first season done by Madhouse was awesome.
Gears.
Yeah, I remember now.
Madhouse always has good music in their shows. I don't know if they have like their own music production facilities or if they just hire really good people or what.
The oh god, what was the other one they did? Grand Logon. That one was really good.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Yeah, and it's another one of those shows that like 20 episodes max, you know. But they did a great job with it.
I watched Kill la Kill, which was made by the same people.
Yep, I got about halfway through Kill la Kill. It was pretty good too.
The first 5 minutes is the best part of the whole show when you see the guy jump out of the window.
That's pretty awesome.
Keith, you might find the act of this kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
This kid stole from a school, and the school is shaped like a big tower. And one of the instructors is basically Jorgen von Strangle from Fairy Tale.
Yeah.
And the kid like runs out of the classroom and he's running down all the stairs to get out. And the Jorgen von Strangle dude just jumps out of the window. And it follows the kid running down the stairs. And every time he passes a window, you see the teacher just falling past him. And as soon as he gets to the door, he goes to reach for the handle, and then it like explodes open. And the guy's just standing there in front of him.
I do like a good. That's why I'm really enjoying watching Avatar again. It's just all like the cool things they do with the water and the air bending and all that stuff, like the cool sequences in there.
Yeah, all the people who are still out of work for COVID-19, they're all sending me pictures on Snapchat or posting on their stories or whatever. Almost all of them are watching Avatar because it is now on X.
Yeah, it just came back. It feels so good.
So have y'all watched the second thing of Avatar? It's like Korra or whatever.
I've never seen any of that.
Right, have you seen it?
I watched a couple episodes, but I mean, I didn't watch enough of it to even get the story of it.
Seen it? Help me out, man. You watch this? He's in Pizza World.
I think there was more to the show than actually what I even realized, because I know that there was more than that Amon guy.
Oh yeah, they had 4 seasons, but it was the guy Tenzin who was like her teacher or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Aang's son or something like that. It's voiced by the guy from the Spider-Man movies, who's always he's in charge of the newspaper.
Oh,
J. Jonah.
Yeah, the guy.
Man.
Yes,
J.K.
the guy who always looks like he's about to bust a blood vessel.
I want pictures of Spider-Man.
Yep, that's him. But yeah, that's Tenzin on the Avatar series. I always thought that was so weird.
He's very muscular now.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
J.K. Simmons.
I see him.
He be reaped.
Yeah,
So is that something Nanjiani?
Oh, the Indian guy.
Yeah, Kumail Nanjiani.
Oh yeah, the guy who was in. I know who you're talking about, and he is a big fat ripped up boy.
What thought Stuber was good, but I knew it was going to be just one of those quirky movies kind of going into it. So it was pretty good.
Josh,
Yeah.
observe the forest we are walking through. It is this man's chest hair.
Oh, okay, there we go. Dang. He's like twice the size he was. Well, he was the stick before, so.
Sorry guys, I'm getting us there. We're almost ready to go.
Well, you better.
Okay. Let me go ahead and do a thing. All right, we're about ready to play some D&D, boys. Does anybody remember? Zenas is trying to finish up some pizza real quick.
I've
So,
already finished, man. I'm waiting on you.
so Josh,
Take it down.
either way, Josh or Bryce, tell us what we did last time in the Curse of Strahd.
Bryce got a very fortunate fortune.
He did.
I don't remember where we started last week. Where did we leave off the week before?
You essentially started. You started with dream pastries. You guys bought some dream
Yeah.
pastries.
Dream pastries.
Okay, so from Dream Pastries, we went to what's her name? Irina's house, and we sleeped there.
Right.
The following morning, I think we had a pretty uneventful night. The following morning, we set out for our journey to. Give me a moment. I have it written down.
Raven something.
That's not your
We gotta take her
destination.
to Valaki.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I got mixed up with the Ravenloft thing because it seemed to me we had like 3 directional choices, and one of them was the way we had just come from. One of them was the pool, and then
Yeah, it
the
was
other
just
one.
it was just an explanation that the sign you were looking at had you were at a crossroads with 3 roads. You were on one of them. One of them pointed back to where you'd come from.
Yeah, but Ravenloft and Valaki were in the same direction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So imagine, just to, I guess, pull back the curtain for you a little bit, imagine you appeared on a map on the very east side of it whenever you appeared in this country,
Mm-hmm.
and you've been traveling west thus far, but the road you're currently on leads to both Ravenloft and Valaki, in that you will pass by both of them if you stay on the road.
I gotcha. That is what throwed me off, because
Yeah.
I forgot that was the home of Strahd.
Yes.
And I was like, we're going to Ravenloft. That's what the signs say. That's what we do.
Gonna do it? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We gonna do it.
But no, I said that to a fine gypsy fellow. I also have written down what they are. But the Vistani,
Vistani?
Yeah.
the Vistani folk were camped out at the pool that we were going to pass by. And a Madam something.
Eva.
Madam Eva, yes. She read my fortune.
She do.
and- Oh yeah, Keith, that's another thing you didn't do is send me the fortune.
Oh, I'll send
I
it to
tried
you
to
right now.
jot down what I could.
I'll send it to you right now.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a lot of info to take in.
Yeah, I was read 2, 3. Looks like 5 or 6 fortunes. I don't know which of those notes actually go together and which don't.
Hey, Suppress 45. We are starting our D&D game tonight. This stream, if you chat a lot, I probably won't tune in to chat a bunch. It doesn't usually get out of control for our D&D streams. But just as a heads up, if I don't respond to something immediately or possibly at all, don't think I haven't seen it or ignored it. We'll soon be starting our D&D podcast this evening. Right now, we're going over a little review that Bryce is going over. Go ahead, Bryce. Sorry.
Tune in next week.
And it seemed that she knew pretty much everything that was going on. She seemed to know that Our friends were hiding out in the forest around, and she didn't seem like she was going to make any big deal out of it. She didn't seem to be an enemy of any sort, and she let me walk away unscathed. And I rejoined my friends in the forest, and we are heading back up to the trail that we originally diverted from.
That's right.
We did divert pretty hard from that trail.
I think at a certain point you did. Did you tell them anything about? No, you wanted me to send you the fortunes so you could recount them to the group.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, and also for my own knowledge. We passed some other things. At the crossroads, there was an old, falling apart gallows, and there be the remnant of a mighty hanging rope that was upon the gallows, but it was all rotted and falling apart. And when we passed by, not much happened for my character, at least, because I did not turn around to look at it. But everybody else felt a chill and turned around to look at the gallows. And Reginald, you saw yourself, correct?
I did. I don't think I explained that to anybody else though.
You made mention that it looked like you, and everybody else was like, "Nah, that don't look like you."
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
So everybody who
Xena, you saw a random human fellow, if I'm not mistaken.
it is true.
I do not remember.
Yeah. Everybody but Reginald saw the a random person, but Reginald for some reason saw himself on the rope.
I saw nothing.
But he was too dumb to make anything of it.
Indeed, I was.
Not Josh, Reginald. Josh is really good at RPing the intelligence level of his character.
I try.
Speaks volumes.
I had a lot of practice. So yeah, then it was the fortune, and then now you're back in the woods. Bryce, tell me if you can read that in our Discord. The fortunes. I don't know if you're able to zoom in or not, but I had to black out some things.
Original. This card tells of
there you
history, knowledge of the ancient. Will help you better understand your enemy.
Yeah, we'll help you better understand your enemy. So I'll go over it real quick. It's my writing. I maybe can read it better. No, we're not recording yet. We really should record these recaps, but they end up taking a while. So I just hope people will go back and listen to the old episode or tune in.
Find what you seek in the castle amid the ruins of a place of supplication. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess, do we want to start the episode where you return to your friends? You return to the.
Do you wish for me to read through all of this to them, or just say that I relayed this? How would you have this done?
So for me, it would make me feel good if you communicated in a way, if you communicated what you understood from it, or the idea that, like, hey, Madam Eva told me some things. I don't know if I understand them. What do you think of them? And if you want to, reveal, if you want to read it word for word, you can. Or if you want to give them a synopsis.
Say that I have it written down, and we all kind of look over the notes.
Yeah, I say you can. I say you might as well have scrawled over it. But let's go ahead and start that recording. I'll give a very summarized version of the recap you just gave. Then we'll start the podcast recording as well. So if you're watching this,
have you finished liquefying your pizza?
Yeah, you're good.
It's done.
Excellent.
So yeah, thanks everybody who is tuning into the stream. I appreciate that. And then we are going to get this podcast underway as well. So we're going to start recording this podcast, brought to you by Zencastr, who is, of course, not a sponsor. Here we go. Hello everyone, welcome to another big fat episode of the Dungeon Boys Play Curse of Strahd. My name is Keith, I'm your DM.
Josh playing as Reginald.
My name is Bryce, playing as Jericho Muldrinker.
I am Zenus playing as Errol Durman.
Yes, and one thing for you, chat. Let me know about that background noise, or background music. Let me know if it's too loud, too quiet, whatever. But yes, we are playing D&D.
Are we supposed to be able to hear that?
No, you're not. Just a Twitch thing. It messed up our recording last week. If you listened to last week's recording all the way through, good for you in the podcast version. Actually, the last week's podcast version or the episode before this will sound better. We had some background music issues. I'm going to have to go in and manually fix them, but hopefully you were able to listen to it without issues. But we are playing Curse of Strahd. We're the Dungeon Boys, and we are streaming live to Twitch, so like we normally will have, we'll have a few people chatting that I will address as need be. So if you're missing it on Twitch, you're missing out. Not really. You can listen to the podcast in your car. Twitch is hard to do in your car. So, we're playing Curse of Strahd. Last week, the party began their journey with Irina Kolyana from Barovia. They agreed to try to take her to Vallaki, where she will hopefully be safe from the devil Strahd, the vampire that rules over the land of Barovia, so they've been told. They bought a few dream pastries from a rather haggard and gross-looking old woman, but one of them was consumed.
They were lukewarm.
Yeah, they were not the most pretty thing to look at, but they didn't hurt anybody yet. Who knows what'll happen with those? Maybe they're pastries, maybe they're not. Maybe they're actually, I don't know, Soylent Green.
It's people!
They set off on the road. We passed a crossroads with the gallows, where Reginald saw himself on the gallows, and the others saw either a random person or didn't see anything at all. Then Jericho snuck through the woods to a Vistani encampment by the lake, or by the Sur Pool, and he got...
Snuck.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you just walked over there. And you listened to a story. You listened to a story about a wizard from the Vistani, as well as you got a reading from Madame Eva, and she told you a few things about possibly your future, about some things going on, and now we will rejoin you as you rejoin the party in the tree line outside the Vistani camp, away from their possibly prying eyes or ears. So, gameplay will resume. The party currently consists of the 3 Dungeon Boys and Irina Kolyana.
I completely forgot about the wizard story.
Yeah, just a brief wizard story about how about a year ago, right? I think it was a year ago, a wizard tried to fight Strahd and eventually was killed.
Was he killed,
yeah.
or was he never
Or
seen again?
never seen again, excuse me.
The clincher.
I couldn't remember what the story said.
So, what's going on? Am I returned to the group?
You have
Am I
returned
still
to the
walking
group.
up the hill?
You have returned to the group,
All right.
and Irina has a look on her face of not surprise, but subdued joy that you've returned.
Well, that was strange.
What happened?
I got my fortune handed to me, and I'm pretty sure she knew all of you were out here as well.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I thought I heard a bit of what she was saying. Couldn't make it all out.
I've got most of it written down. It was entirely too much to remember. Perhaps you lot could help me figure out what some of this meant. It was the first card was something to do with the card of history. The next one was a powerful force. Something about strength. Something about light. All kind of stuff. And she kept mentioning our enemy, but she never mentioned the name of our enemy, and it was a bit hard to understand.
I think it is safe to assume that your enemy here in Barovia is the devil Strahd. There is no greater enemy for you here than he.
That would make sense to me, of course, but I never know at this place.
If I were a betting
Maybe
woman,
we
at least.
Maybe we should head back towards the road a bit.
Yeah,
Oh,
we can look over this on the way. What's that,
If
Damon?
if anything stands out a bit, just let me know. Especially we'll say a part about strength or whatnot.
You can read it for yourself. This card is a power and this card is of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight.
Yeah, I like that part.
So is it,
Just out of character, I wanted to say, you know what? It's nice to have a character who can read now.
yeah,
'Cause
that's
in
true.
our other campaign, I was totally about to say, I can't read. No,
Yeah.
wait, I can.
Yeah. You can definitely read.
A woman hangs above a roaring fire. Find her and you'll find the treasure. I don't really know what that means. If there's a woman hanging above a fire right now, I suspect she won't be there for long.
Maybe it is some sort of riddle that we are meant to understand. Also, you wrote down it's a sort of card of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. Maybe this is some sort of. Could it be a special weapon that Strahd is somehow weak to?
I've heard vampires don't really like going out in the day.
And the only person I remember hanging was going back down the road from where we came.
Don't believe that was a woman.
I don't believe that has anything to do with this, Reginald, sadly.
Could be right.
Well, I suppose.
Tell me that. I think we should probably press on a bit.
Yes, I agree.
Yes, and we will keep lookout for any ladies hanging above fires.
Yeah, I don't. These folks here, they be lucky. I don't. There's real joyous and everything, real happy folks. But we looking for somebody hanging over a fire. I don't think we're gonna find it here.
Yes. Anyway,
They've got a
we
pig
can head
hanging
back.
over a fire.
What'd you say?
I said they've got a pig hanging over a fire.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
can
it's
smell
late.
this. It smelled real good.
Let's shove on.
Okay, Zenos, were you saying anything there at the end?
Nothing important.
Okay. So you guys continue along the old Zvalich road that you've been traveling on. So if you'll remember, the reason you passed through the woods here was because the road that you were on was kind of doing a hairpin thing, and as it went into the forest, you could see some light and hear some sounds through the trees. The gap between the road that the Vistani were on and the road you're on became very small. So now that road is going to turn away from the Vistani and away from that area and continue through the forest. But the whole time that you're on this road, you're increasing in elevation. So the picture I put in the Discord for you is what the landscape is looking like as you imagine you're down there in those trees, walking around. This whole landscape, the higher you get, you can tell that the country of Barovia is a kind of a valley that is between a very tall mountain on the south and a very tall mountain to the north. And right now you are kind of winding up that southern mountain, or at least the side of it, a little bit. And of course, as always, the fog is heavy, the mist around you is heavy. And one important factor is that it's getting dark. It is you've traveled almost a full day. You've hung around with the Vistani for a little while, or in the trees, watching for them while Jericho is in there. But it is getting dark, and it'll be dark in a couple hours as you climb this little mountainside area. So while you do that, if there's anything you guys would like to say, you're welcome to it. I'm going to have to do a little roll here.
I say to Irina, do you happen to know how far this town is from here?
I do not know exactly how far it is, but I did know it would be more than a day's travel. I should hope that we will at least be able to arrive tomorrow. assuming that nothing dastardly befalls us tonight.
Oh, good.
Have you all any plans for camping in the evening? Any sort of ways to ward off evil?
We can certainly possibly make a defensible enough spot, I suppose. And of course, I can sleep in a tree if the need rises.
Damn it, didn't we have that trap that we untrapped?
Oh, yes, I gave it back to you, remember? It's there.
Oh, yeah. Now, I want to dig in my bag and see if I can dig it back out.
Okay. You can.
Whilst digging in the bag, I find my dream pastry, my dream cake.
Okay.
And it looked pretty good.
All right.
Hey, fellas,
Well,
I
not really.
still got my dream pie here. Is it? Anybody want to break off a bit of this with me?
No, I'm fine.
I did not enjoy it enough for that.
I mean, it looks pretty good. I want to go ahead and bite that thing.
All right, bite into it, and you're gonna need
I'm
to
gonna bite that
roll
thing.
No, Reginald, maybe... Oh,
a d20 for me.
That's a 37.
Is it?
No, it's not really. It's a 17 though.
Okay. You eat the pie. It is not the most delicious thing you've had, but it just kind of tastes like a meat pie. So you can decide whether your character enjoys that sort of thing, but it seems like he probably would, based on the fact that you said it was looking pretty good. Yeah, you just bit into a meat pie that tasted not like meat pies you've had before, but it doesn't hurt you.
And I want to explain that to my boys.
Okay.
well, that's good at least, but...
It's not so bad once you get around the little fiddly bits.
Maybe I'll have mine tonight when we make camp.
All right. So
we're camping on the side of a mountain.
I don't think you've made camp yet. It's not dark yet or anything like that. But you travel for a couple of more hours.
Ooh.
Well, you travel for 1 hour. Then you travel for another hour. But nothing of note really happens over those next 2 hours, except for,
Impressive.
for the looming darkness. The darkness in this world that you find yourself in, as the three of you have probably at least come to assume and possibly been told that you're seem to be a bit worlds away from a place where you've ever been before. This place doesn't appear to be a place that you've heard of. It doesn't seem to be a place that's a part of your world. So there's this otherworldly darkness, this otherworldly stillness and quiet to the side of this mountain as the sun begins to set. And as the sun begins to go down, as it goes below the far horizon, you have reached what feels like the crest of the road that you're on. And the reason it feels this way is that ahead of you, you see the following. You see, you're following the dirt road as it clings to the side of a mountain. But it ends before an arching bridge of mold-encrusted stone that spans a natural chasm. Gargoyles, cloaked in black moss, perch on the corners of the bridge, their frowns weather-worn. On the mountainous side of the bridge, a waterfall spills into a misty pool nearly 1,000 feet below. The pool feeds a river that meanders into the fog-shrouded pines that blanket the valley. And down way in the distance, you can see the lights of the Vistani camp below you.
Oh, that is some drop.
Yeah, and I hate gargoyles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're meant to
Why is
ward off evil and such, but it always just feels like they're looking at me.
I've often felt the same, but being as it is, ain't we got to get down that way as well?
I suppose.
Yeah.
Down what way?
To the village below, yes.
No, so it's not the village below. Hopefully I didn't say Valaki. The camp that you saw, yeah, the camp that you saw earlier.
Okay.
So let's mark the camp. I'm gonna bring up. This is an app we're using so we can all see drawings.
Yeah. See, I got Valaki and Bastani.
Yeah,
backwards.
and they sound funny. So imagine that this was the camp that you visited, the Vistani camp. There was a kind of less worn path that Jericho crossed over to get to the camp. You guys were on a road that was going about like this. So you went through the woods and into that camp. So now your elevation has been climbing, elevation.
That's a lot of elevation.
Excuse that. And then you have reached, if I can look at my map properly, you have reached way up here, the bridge, and the waterfall that's going down, and then ends up pooling next to the camp. Does that make sense?
A little bit. I can work with that.
So you're up here on the side of the mountain. There's a you're up here on the side of the mountain. There's a waterfall passing to your left, going down, in the chasm that you're in, and it's pooling down here next to the Vistani camp where they're encamped 1,000 feet below you. So you have climbed 1,000 feet in elevation since your last encounter with them. Is that?
Yeah, it took a little while to get up here.
And the road is continuing that way.
Zing.
Does everybody follow me now?
Across the bridge.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cross the bridge and we got to keep going up.
How close are we to the bridge? Like, are we like 10 feet from it? I wanna look at it for stability's sake.
Oh yeah, we'll say you saw it 100, 200 feet away.
Okay. When we get close, I would like to take a gander at it, see if it looks crossable.
All right, so I guess roll some investigation or something to take a real good look at it.
Is it?
I just want to point out, like,
Is it like stone all across, or is it like a rope bridge?
It's a stone bridge, stone arch bridge,
Oh, okay.
mossy
we'll say,
stone.
like, every bridge we've come to, we have like inspected the ever.
Yeah, y'all have been very serious about it.
Right, that's right. Well, not so much this one. I got a 1.
Okay.
And that 1.
Bridge is made of rock, and the only reason you know is because it's hard when you touch it.
Bridge is bridge? Question.
Bridge, good.
Yeah. What you know about the bridge is that it is not you. I'm just kidding.
Is this me? I don't understand.
No, it doesn't take much to see that this bridge does seem to be crossable, if not a little bit slippery.
May I saunter over said bridge?
You may. As you saunter over said bridge, Irina speaks out and says, it is getting dark. Will we be making camp at all this evening, or do we intend to walk through the night?
We should camp on the bridge.
I don't know.
Might as well. I'd better that than under it.
Yes.
What was that,
I
Jericho?
want to call back from like halfway across the bridge. Hey, we can always camp out on the other side.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
That does sound like an excellent idea as well. The night, forgive me. The night, it makes me afraid.
Good, then all the important people are agreed. Let's go.
Good, Molly.
All right, so she crosses the bridge with you, of course.
So has everybody crossed the bridge? We good? Am I standing on the bridge? Do I need to jump up and down?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was a little bit slippery because of the moss, but it's just a sturdy stone bridge.
Strange moss-covered rock.
Has Derman, has he crossed?
Yeah, I'm over there.
Okay. Well, I suppose we should set up camp here. Do we want to get off the main trail or just stay on the road so we have easy access to the bridge should we need to cross backwards?
Getting off the main road by a couple of feet seems fine with me.
I agree. I think it's best to get off the trail a bit. Especially as, we done passed hanging people and partying people and all kinds of people, both live and dead. I don't think it's a good idea. Especially that skeletal fellow on the horseback. I don't want one of them to ride up through us in the middle of the night.
Yes, it would be tragic.
He was surprisingly soft for a skeletal man.
Yeah,
Oh,
true enough.
I have a favorite enemy. My favorite enemy is undead. I should have had some benefit there. I forgot about that. I
Nice.
knew I would. I think I told you I would forget about it.
That's
Yeah.
a ranger thing, isn't it?
I always forget about those
Yeah.
things too. Always. Well, luckily he didn't hurt you too bad anyway.
Yeah. Shall we have a fire tonight? Most of our enemies thus far have been night-stalking creatures of death. I don't think a fire is going to do anything to attract them more than usual. If anything, it might ward them off.
Hey, man's got a point. Thurman, what say you? Shall we have the fire, or shall we just go with the cold?
Well, I'm fine either way. I can see in the dark, as I think most of us can.
I would prefer if we had a fire.
Well, then, fire it is.
Hey, we should, fellas, we should keep her away from the fire. Remember the cards.
I like
think she's-
obviously
she's-
wink towards everybody.
I don't
It
think.
makes a ding.
Yeah, definitely. This is like the ding. Ding. Repeated winking, like something in the eye winking.
So,
Derman.
Molly, let's just get started on the fire, and Jericho. No, that's you. Reginald,
That is also me.
you can stay and guard Irina.
All right, fair enough.
Wait.
They've got the shield out and the mace ready and everything. Like, I am taking this seriously.
Wait, where are you going?
Let's go to start a fire.
Away from here?
Well, yeah, off the road a ways.
We need supplies to make a fire. We need wood.
Very, very well. Excuse, I apologize. Her hands are almost shaking at this point because I guess she didn't. You can tell she didn't really calculate that she'd have to sleep overnight outside on this journey. So that the fear is setting in for Irina. That the sun has gone down and she is between towns in the Devil Strahd's domain.
Well, I suppose you can come with us. It won't. I mean, we'll be done in just a few moments.
Hey, not to worry. She's with me. Rainy, you's with me. You'll be perfectly just safe as all get out. Nothing to worry about at all.
Very, very well. I trust you, Reginald. You all have taken me in out of the kindness of your heart. I will trust you.
So, do we need to roll to make a fire, or do we just do it?
Wait, since you guys are splitting up, or tell me what all you're going to. I guess how far away are we going for this firewood?
Just to find wood anywhere in nearby. So, if you decide that's within 5 feet, then that's within 5 feet. If you decide it's
Sure.
farther than that, then it's farther than that.
Gotcha.
That's a Walmart on the way up this trail.
So there's not a lot of So when you cross the bridge, I guess I should have made this description more clear. When you cross the bridge, there wasn't a lot of forest left on the side of the mountain. As you got higher up, the closest trees to you that may have dropped some things on the ground is actually on the other side of the bridge from where you came from, about 100 yards or so backwards on the
On second thought,
mountain side of the bridge. Sorry.
let's camp back on the other side of the bridge. I'm an idiot. I didn't see that there were no trees over here.
Aren't you a ranger, Molly? Shouldn't you know these things?
It is all right. Tensions are high.
Oh, you know what? Now that you think of it, I didn't even notice there wasn't no trees anyhow.
Neither did I, but,
Blame it on the
How
fog.
foolish. How foolish.
Hang on,
Back
the
across
children
the
I am
bridge, boys.
babysitting are yelling.
That's
I
okay.
will be back in just a moment.
What's the volume of the yelling, though? You know.
We're taking a quick break. Bryce has siblings at home, our siblings.
I'm going to grab a thing from the kitchen.
Okay.
Don't you dare grab that thing.
I'm gonna
You
sit
get the
here.
other thing though.
Big thanks to anybody who is tuning in to our little live stream. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. This is our, I guess, third time streaming D&D. It's a little bit weird. It's just kind of maybe one day we'll all get good at internet. We can all have our faces on the screen and everything, but you know, we're all
yeah, that's a bad thing. Like, we would lose our followers. That's no, sir.
Well, we don't have too many to lose, so I guess it could be a gamble. You underestimate your hunkiness.
I'm just saying, like, right now, like, I need to do like a serious beard trimming / mowing of sorts of the face. Like, most of my screen would be hair right now. It's just it's not anything good to look at. It's bad.
That's one good thing about me streaming almost every day, is that I do try to at least keep my beard relatively trimmed down. Right? Mustache, I wish I could convince to be a little more full, but whatever.
Sometimes I'm at the point where the beard has started whispering to me. I haven't followed any of that's what it's saying yet, but it's getting to be that time. The beard commands.
You must do as the facial hair decrees.
You must, sir. You must. No, I do. We went to Dee's the other day, and Dee said, "You know what? You got to take that thing off." And I mean, that's the same thing. That's the same thing I tell everybody. Like, at work, nobody takes me seriously. Like, our customers, our clients, and everything, they don't take me seriously unless I have facial hair. Like, if I lose the beard, I look like I'm like a weird 14-year-old. It doesn't work.
It's the world we live in. Yeah, me too. I'm definitely like a little baby boy if I don't have any facial hair at all.
If I lose the beard, I look like Peter Griffin.
What was the verdict?
Peter. Bailey was trying to figure out where her clothes were for her shower.
Did it work?
Before Brenda finishes the dishes.
Okay.
All right.
Understood.
Crisis averted?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we're trying to cross a bridge here. I mean,
hey, Sparkly Trash.
Uncross bridge.
You can't really simulate not having a beard, but there's something that happens whenever a man shaves off, or at least whenever, I guess, a baby-faced boy like myself shaves off my facial hair. It just you shave 10 years with it. I guess 10 years would put me at 16. Whoa!
You know
holy
what?
crap!
Bearded bros. We're just gonna get to that age where it's like, you know what, beards no more. We're gonna rip these bad boys off, and we're just instantly going to take off like 10, 15 years.
Yeah, that's what everybody says.
Mm-hmm.
That's what everybody says. Or they say, "Ooh, you'll enjoy that whenever you're 50 and want to look like you're 40 again."
Right?
Oh, Sparkly with Trash was just asking why you would look like a weird 14-year-old. I think it'd just be weird because you'd be a 14-year-old with a job. Like a full-time job and a spouse.
He looks like a weird 30-year-old, but he has a beard.
Right.
So if he takes off the beard, he looks like a weird 14-year-old.
You can't. You can shave your hair.
If I look like a weird 30-year-old, I'll take that. Being that I'm 35, so.
You can.
You've been 30 for like the past 6 years, Josh.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't believe
I forgot
you
a couple years. I was 32 for like 3 years.
I don't believe that you're getting any older, just the same way as I don't believe it for myself. But let's play some more D&D. Sparkly Trash 1, thank you for being here. We love you. We hopefully you're enjoying yourself.
For my,
Hey.
impromptu Asian wrangling break.
These things happen. How'd it go? Everything successful?
Yeah, and for those in the stream, I'm not being racist. All my younger siblings are, in fact, Asian.
Yes, they are.
Yep.
They are from China.
True story. You know, mine too, except only half of them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Josh is our eldest brother.
Same goes for Keith. Only 3/4 of them.
All right, people, we ready to camp out on a bridge?
Sibling math.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we're back to D&D. What are you guys gonna do?
Let's go cross the bridge so we can stay together.
Okay. So you cross the bridge, you make your way to the little bit of trees that were left as you're kind of rising above the tree line over there. In that little patch of trees, there are a couple clearings you could camp in, as well as some firewood you could gather.
I'm gonna gather me some firewood.
Yeah, me too, as well.
Okay. Gather it up.
Stand the guard.
Reginald and Arena, could the two of you maybe clear out some area for a campground? I don't like the idea of laying down on a bunch of creepy crawlies.
So you mean I'm supposed to guard and also do a bit of clearing? It is.
Yes, of course we can. We will carry our weight, Reginald. I can carry my weight. I'll help you clear a spot.
Fine. I start like just half-heartedly like kicking like rocks and twigs and stuff out of the way. I'm trying to like
Bear
stay
traps.
focused.
Okay.
Right, whole bears.
Just kick a whole bear out of the way. All right, you
Right.
guys are beginning to do that.
They had it coming.
And you do it. You gather these things, and I don't know how much wood you're trying to gather.
All of it.
3 wood.
A night of campfiring worth.
Sure. It takes you about, there's not a whole lot of travelers, certainly not a whole lot of dispersed camping going on in this road, so there's plenty of dry, dead wood. Well, somewhat dry, dead wood all over the ground. So within about half an hour, you have collected all the wood you'll probably need for the evening.
Nice.
Cool.
I hate to do this, guys, but I should have peed during that break we took earlier. I'm gonna go do that right now. I'll be right back.
No.
Entertain Sparkly Trash and whoever else is here.
Sparkly Trash is the name of the fellow?
Sparkly Trash, one of the fellow or lass.
Sparkly Trash, I don't know if you agree with me on this or not, but Josh said whole bears earlier, and I pictured something like a trapdoor spider, but a bear variant, and just like a bear peeking out of a hole in the ground, ready to attack unsuspecting travelers.
That's all right. I just
Dear
booted it
God,
back down the
whole
mountain.
bear.
Not the whole bear. No.
I've been going through that Artorian Chronicles thing, and he's been in an arena for the past couple chapters, and he's beaten like 90 something opponents at this point. And every time he goes up against an opponent and they're knocked unconscious or killed or whatever, he just like kicks them to the side of the arena, and he's just been slowly building up a pile of bodies in the corner.
Nice.
That happened last time I went to Dollar General.
Hmm.
Yeah, old ladies at Dollar General are no joke.
Oh yeah.
Dang it, Sparkly Trash.
We love you, Sparkly.
And that other guy.
Oh.
I think the other guy is me, Bryce.
Keith mentioned somebody else, but I don't think he said a name. Dang it, Zenas.
We must entertain the masses.
Whoops, I need to unmute my mic for the stream, huh?
Just the one mess.
Yep.
Yeah,
The one.
one non-malignant mass. Let's do D&D again. Sorry. Podcast listeners, I now understand why you don't listen to this show.
So
Is
we
there a
have
fire
now
going down?
successfully evicted all the whole bears.
Yes, easily clear a little spot for a campground. You've gathered wood to make camp.
While you were gone, it looked like a whack-a-mole game, just very, very large.
Gotcha.
All the whole bears.
Of course, non-canonically. Canonically, it was just a normal camp creation.
Oh, okay.
So there's a fire, and we are bedding down for the night.
You've now made a fire, but Irina has something to ask you. She asks, do any of you have any holy symbols that you carry around?
afraid not on my part.
I've never been the religious sort.
Well, ironic, I suppose, that the thief would be the one with the holy symbol, but, yes, I do.
What
Well,
what
you
kind?
You need more redemption than any of the rest of us, I suppose.
Hey, Diamond, what you got there?
For your information, it's because I am a cleric, thank you. Not something I intended to really put forth or show, but, you know, that's what it is.
I never knew that about you, Dermot.
Well, you never cared to ask.
Yeah, I
No,
didn't say
and
you's quite a man of faith either.
Well, it is from my past. It's not something I speak of often, but I feel that moving forward it may be more necessary than ever. Anyway, to answer your question, Irena, it is the symbol of Palor, my temple's deity.
Well, I've never heard of this Palor. What is Palor the god of?
Sunlight and strength and healing.
Ah,
And the god of life.
wonderful. That of all symbols for you to bring, I feel this will be a good one. The Devil Strahd does not care for the sun. Now for my second question. Would you mind if I took it for the evening?
I suppose not, if it will comfort you in this time, but it is precious to me. It was a gift from my father. I will ask for it back in the morning.
Very well. I will gladly return it to you. As she says that, I need you guys to roll a little perception check for me.
Perception.
Dun
Ding,
dun.
ding, 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 boing, boing.
13 for mine.
I got a good roll. I got an 18 plus 3. I got a 21.
14.
Everybody hears it in the distance. So, how are you guys arranged around the campfire? I imagine that the four of you are the points on the compass around this campfire.
Yeah.
So, let's, for the sake of the argument, we will place you all at the campfire. Yes? What?
Are you drawing right now?
I'm about to.
Okay. I was gonna say I'll be on the if no one else claims the spot, I'll be on the far side of the campfire facing towards the road
Okay.
and the bridge type. Yeah.
So, I'm going to draw a
I'll
square
face-
here.
I'll face down the mountain, like whichever way is down slope.
All right, so what we're going to do is everybody please draw I'm going to draw a blue line and put DM beside it. And then you guys can put your color up there. That way anybody who's watching can tell who's drawing what. And then place yourselves around our little square campfire here.
That's too big. I'm not good. Not good with the drawings.
Really just put your first initial, that'll work.
Damn.
Perfect. Purple is Derman. Nightbot's just trying to help Sparkly Trash. Trying to advertise a few things for you. But sometimes he talks a lot.
Holy crap! How are you guys doing that?
Doing
All right.
what?
Go
Are
to
you-
the two A's down there.
Oh my gosh! Look at that.
Thank you for following Sparkly Trash. I appreciate that.
I am Jerry.
Feel my wrath.
I'll move you back down there. Okay, so purple is Derman, brown is Jerry, Reginald is green. Now, if you don't mind, place yourselves around our square campfire here. Also, if you're watching on Twitch, if you're watching this visually, the line between two dots is 5 feet to help us keep track of who's a what's-its and spatial things.
I'm gonna go down yonder a ways, I think.
Okay. What's this blueness?
Mm. I don't know no blue.
All right.
So I'm thinking like north is like, is that uphill?
Yeah,
or
north north is going to be up. Or no, excuse me. Yes, north will be up. So I'm going to give you guys a road. So you're going to need to move yourself.
Aw.
North is up, so this will be the road that you guys went off of. To the right. Sorry.
Okay, so well,
We all pictured that very different. I pictured the
Yeah, we did.
road going directly below us.
you know what? I'm sticking with where I'm at. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I will be here. Oh crap!
Dang it.
Fine. No, I'll be here. That's fine.
Okay. And then finally, Irina will be right there. So as she goes to reach for the holy symbol, you all can hear in the distance the following sound. Sounds like
Hey,
that?
fellas, what was that?
I don't know, but I suspect we need to be quiet.
I'd like to hope that it's some stray cow running around out here.
That would be
Hey,
fine.
one of them mountain climbing cows. Yeah, it's gotta be what it is. Yeah.
I fear it's worse than a mountain climbing cow. That is the sound, it seems, of zombies.
I think I'd be more worried about the mountain climbing cow myself.
There are people in our world that Strahd has killed, and they, for some reason, at nighttime, or sometimes even in the day, they come back to life to do his bidding.
Well, that's fantastic.
We shouldn't.
That's probably the best news I've heard all day.
We shouldn't have come. We shouldn't be out here at nighttime.
Oh no,
Well, we are.
you's with us. You'll be fine.
The sound is coming from this direction, to the west of you, kind of deeper into the woods.
Well, if you're so well versed in zombie sounds, can you tell how many of them there are?
I cannot tell you that. I just know that I have heard them before.
I see.
Irina looks quite frightened.
Well, boys, do we want to take up some scouting positions? Maybe ambush this thing if it decides to get too close?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
It might you think it might just pass us by?
I can only hope. And if it turns out that there's 300 of them, then we should probably just run or jump off of this nice, convenient bridge.
After a few moments, the sound seems to be drawing nearer.
I climb a tree.
Okay, a tree nearby.
Yeah.
There are several trees near you. You're in a pretty, a little clearing, but around your clearing there are trees that you could climb.
I want to kind of move over closer to where the arrow is, so I don't know, just like I guess over here, and climb a tree and just kind of look that direction. Can I roll perception to see if I can see anything?
Sure, go for it.
Oh.
Does anybody know how
I'm gonna
to?
prepare my crossbow.
Does
I
anybody
don't.
know how to open the same PDF but twice?
Open the same
Do you
PDF
have it
twice.
open in a tab?
Yeah, it's in. I have one instance of it open. I'd like to open another one. I can just do.
No, I mean, are you viewing it on Google Chrome or something?
No, I'm viewing it through Adobe Acrobat Reader. But I gotta work around. Okay.
Okay. All right, Reginald. Do you want to be up there in the forest with Dermot, or do you want to stay here with Irina? I can take the forest if you wish.
I'm gonna stay right here. I think you might be a bit faster than I am, and I think if I just stay right here, if anything comes this way, I'll be ready.
All right, sounds good. I'm going to kind of opposite old D-man over there.
Okay.
Gonna move. All right, why is there now a blue line attached to me?
I don't know. We
I
can
don't
get rid
even
of
know
it.
where that came from.
So you're what sounds like to at least to Irina is Strahd zombies are coming from that direction.
Strong beast.
Strombies. Roll. What was
Not
your
the
perception roll, Derman?
Strombies.
Roll what?
What was your perception roll?
It was a crit fail.
Oh boy. Okay, so you climbing the tree has rustled a lot of leaves. It has kept you from really hearing much of anything. And you can't quite see them yet, but you can still hear the faint moaning as they draw nearer to you. They do seem to be headed for your area. Anybody
My
else?
original roll was an 18.
An 18? Aha, so
Yeah.
peering your rangerness, peering through the forest, you can see the glints of their droopy eyes. They're about 40 feet away from you, and you can see that there are 3 of them, and they are approaching you.
Derman, I don't know if you can see them or not, but there's 3 of them. They're about within range now.
Oh, good. Do I see them now that he's pointed them out?
Yes.
Cool. Oh, I do see them.
Right, so I just want to say your microphone sounds really good tonight.
Excellent. I was really hoping it would be better than my last one.
It does sound really good. Do you want to engage them?
Let them get a little closer. I want to make sure that they're going to cross over our path.
Okay, very well.
Perhaps when they're within 20 feet or so. I'll take the one. Do you want to concentrate fire on one, or shall I take the one on the left and you the one on the right?
I was actually going to suggest that.
All right, I'll take the left.
Very well. I'd like to roll stealth, I suppose.
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth as we prepare for what's about to happen here.
That's 18.
18 you say? You definitely are concealed from these zombies.
I am nowhere. I am nothing.
Okay. I'm gonna need everybody to roll initiative now.
Hey,
It's time for some combat.
I got a 10.
Okay.
I got a 18.
Okay.
19 for me.
Um, 19 for Derman. Sorry, Jericho. What'd you have, Jericho?
Oh, 18.
And Reginald.
10.
10. And Miss Irina Kolyana needs a roll. Sorry, Irina. Better luck next time.
Well, poo. My favorite enemy does not give me anything.
It doesn't?
Except tracking advantages.
I thought it did like extra damage.
Not until 6th level.
Ooh. We best hurry up and level up.
Jericho.
Nope, never mind. You just gain an additional favorite enemy.
Well, dang.
Well, that's just what favorite enemy says. Maybe like another thing says this works better on favorite enemy or something. I don't know. It seems to be none of that.
Yeah, it should be something. Alright, boys. Let's start this off. Derman, it's your turn. Zombies are 40 feet to your west.
Okay, I will ready an action, I
Okay.
suppose. If they get within, you said they're 40 feet away?
Yeah.
So if they get within like 20 feet of me, then I will cast Sacred Flame upon them.
Okay, gotcha. So I'm assuming that you took a level in Cleric when you leveled up to level 2.
Yeah.
Gotcha, right. Just want to make sure that the audience is clear on that. I remember you mentioning that. Okay.
Wait, say that one more time. I was reading the favorite enemy thing.
I took a ready to action. I'm going to, if they get within 20 feet, I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on them. But just kind of waiting until they get closer.
Okay.
And we were saying that
Oh,
Zenas took a multi-class level in Cleric.
gotcha. Whose turn?
It is now Jericho's turn if Dermot is finished.
Oh yeah, I'm done.
Okay, then I'm also going to ready an action, and I'm going to shoot my crossbow into the leftward one whenever they get within 20 feet as well.
Okay. Okay, cool. It is now. Let me see what's about to happen now. Give me just a moment. To your east, Reginald and Irina hear this first. They hear someone say, "Well, good evening, everyone." Does
Well,
any-
that's promising.
Reginald, we'll say you're the first to see that standing not 10 feet behind Irina Kolyana, and not 10 feet or 15 feet to your right, between you all and the road, is none other than the person that I'm about to show you and the audience. Doo-doo. Botching the reveal.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is who you see standing there.
Ooh, it's
And-
a shadowy dude.
Yeah. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to
I
understand.
see that glass in that mirror, and it ain't in a hand.
Right?
You be
Yeah.
a vampire.
Yeah. You see what you assume to be. I mean, okay, here, how about this? You hear Irina gasp, "It's him." And then you hear the figure say, "Why, yes, it is I, Lord Zarovich, Strahd, as you may know me. I just wanted to welcome you all to Barovia. I see you are some adventurers that have come here. And what better way to welcome you than by having a little fun?" And he casts a spell. The Devil Strahd casts Charm on Reginald.
Hey now.
It was going to target one humanoid he can see within 30 feet. I need you to roll a Wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh yeah, because I'm great at that.
He knows.
Ooh, it's actually a 17.
Oh boy,
What do you mean, ooh boy?
that would have almost done it.
Ah.
You have been charmed, Reginald. The charm target you now regard Strahd as a trusted friend to be heeded and protected. You're not under Strahd's control, but you will take his requests and actions in the most favorable way. And if he were to try to bite you, you would let him do that.
Dang it. Okay.
Each time Strahd or his companions do anything harmful to the target, so that's you, you'll be able to repeat the saving throw. Blah 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 blah. I'll let you know what to do. So,
Okay. All right.
So Strahd, after he casts a spell on you and he feels that the spell has worked, he says, "Reginald, why don't
Yeah.
we have a little bit of fun as friends do? What say you go and attack Jericho just for fun?"
You sure?
"Oh, I'm quite sure."
Oh, okay then. I mean, just as friends, you know.
Yes, of course.
Do I notice
So I'm-
that this is happening?
Yeah, he's not being quiet. You can see all this happening. I'm assuming you all have turned and witnessed this happening.
So,
Okay.
all right. So mechanically, like, how do I need to play this out? Like, I'm very receptive to what he tells me to do.
Yeah, I'm not control. So Strahd is not controlling you.
Okay.
He cannot make you go over there and swing your hammer, but you consider Strahd to be a very trusted friend that you want to listen to. So he suggested that you go and attack your friend.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go over and head that way towards Jericho, and I'm not being subtle about the whole thing. I'm just walking that way. Like, you know what? Obviously, I should go over there and just try to bash his head in.
Okay. It
Can
is.
I turn and face him?
Yeah, it is your turn, Reginald.
Hey, Jericho, hold still just a minute there. I want to see if I can just make an unarmed strike.
Okay.
It is an 8.
Reginald.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were further away than that.
Well, I walked up to you.
So Reginald's
And
at the
then
campfire.
swinged a
1,
punch
2,
with
3,
an
4.
8.
No, yeah, he can make it to you. He's going to use his whole movement speed to get there, but he's there at
Okay.
you.
He does not hit.
Reginald, I seriously suggest you stop doing what you're doing right now. Because if I kill you, it's going to be your health potion bringing you back, and I might decide to kill you again.
Well, see, now I'm just confused. I mean, who am I supposed to listen to around here? I mean, my buddy over here, he said I ought to. You know what? I don't know if I ever met this fella before, but he seems real trustworthy. I mean, he said I ought to come over here and just see if I could bean you one.
I see. Well, you've given it your best. I suggest that be the end of it.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Very adorable, Reginald. Next time I suggest you use your hammer.
Fortunately, I've got a mace.
A mace, or whatever you have, is what I suggest. It looks like it's so
Damn.
dark. It looks like a hammer.
It's gonna start rummaging around for a hammer. It's gonna take 5 turns.
All right, it is now Irina's turn. Irina is going to stand and dash away from the Devil Strahd and do her best to get. Oh boy. I should just be able to type, but she's going to dash do her best to get away from the Devil Strahd and make it over here between. She's going over there to Derman's tree, is where she's headed
Ooh.
to try to maintain some protection. And as she sprints away, you can hear Strahd laughing. That's going to be her turn.
Derman's tree, like that sounds like a small village you would visit.
Yeah. So the 3 zombies who were 40 feet away are now all going to move 20 feet closer. From the west, they haven't made it into our square of concern, but they are moving 20 feet closer. They are now 20 feet away from you, Derman.
Yeah, so flame-like radiance descends on a creature that you can see within range. The target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage. The target gains no benefit from cover for this saving throw.
All right. Sorry, remind me of the saving throw. I'm rolling it now.
Dexterity.
Good lord, these stupid zombies actually pulled something off. 15?
Yeah, it saves.
Okay. Are you targeting all 3 or just one?
No, it's just one.
Okay, so he somehow trips and stumbles out of the way of the radiance of the. What was the spell called?
Flame-like radiance descends on a creature's sacred flame.
Sacred flame. Yes. All right. Sacred flame. He stumbles out of the way, and that's not a half damage. He doesn't take any damage.
No damage.
Okay. So he stumbles out of the way. No damage is done, but it is now your turn again.
Oh, good.
I had a ready to action when they got in range of 20
Oh
feet
yeah.
as well,
All right. Yeah.
doesn't
Do
matter.
your attack. I'm sorry.
Cool. Crossbow bolt, range from the sky.
Okay. Let's go ahead and mark our little fellows here. We're gonna do zombie, zombie, zombie. We're gonna say Durman tried to attack the top one.
That
Jericho.
was most of a Cranberry song.
uh, Jericho, which one are you attacking?
The one on the left.
Okay, fire away.
These. That was an 18 to hit.
You will definitely hit.
Nice. That is a 3 plus the 3.
Okay.
So for just for roleplay's sake, are these zombies like crawlers, shamblers, walkers, runners, or thrillers?
They're shamblers. They only have 20 feet of movement speed. I'm gonna call them shamblers.
Okay.
Which is, I guess, a little bit behind the curtain again for you, but whatever. That was 8 total damage or 6 total damage?
6 total damage.
Okay. Your arrow finds its home in the chest of one of the zombies, but he's not even really slowed down by it. He takes it in the chest. No, and they continue their approach. It is now Jericho's turn. No, it's Dermot's turn.
I'm going to. Gosh, I'm gonna pull out my bow and arrow, I suppose, and I'm going to shoot at the same one I tried to Sacred Flame.
Okay, sure, go for it.
That is a 15 hit.
That will hit.
Nice. Yeah. So that is 6 damage. Look at that.
Okay. That one also takes an arrow right in his chest as they continue their approach.
For future reference, can I prepare a free action? Like, to shoot the guy and then return the crossbow to my belt?
Sure, if you want.
Okay, because that's kind of important. Otherwise, I waste like a whole turn just putting it back and then drawing a sword.
Yeah, if it's a free action, you can just tell me that you did it.
Okay.
Especially if it's
Then I
not
put my crossbow back.
if it's not like I used my free action to pull the lever. Like, oh, actually, I pulled the lever that would have defeated the boss. You can't do that. But if it's like I buckled my belt, yeah, sure.
Gotcha.
So now it is. Derman, what else are you gonna do? Anything else?
No, that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. Jericho, your turn awaits you.
Then I use this turn's free action to draw my other sword.
Nice.
Swing.
And they are 20 feet away?
Yep.
Alright. Yeah, I'm still just gonna wait them out. I'm gonna have a ready in action. When they get in range, I will attack the one that gets within melee range of me.
Okay. As you do all that, you hear from across the fire as Strahd is standing there confidently. You can hear him say, "I am almost offended that you are still focused on the distraction and not your honored guest." It is now his turn. And he reaches a hand out to Irina, and he says, "Irina, darling, don't you want to come over here to me?" And we're going to do a little roll. She's going to fail a check. And Strahd is going to walk a little bit closer to the fire. Well, actually, he's going to stay standing exactly where he is. And you can see in Irina's eyes the fear that she had moments ago is now gone. She looks a million times more comfortable in this situation than any of you do.
That isn't good.
And that's going to end his turn.
I agree.
Reginald, it is your turn now.
Okay, so remind me the charmed thing. He recommended that I use my mace next time, or like what happened?
Yeah, he
Reel
did.
me back.
So yeah, you tried to punch Jericho. Strahd said that was adorable, but next time he suggests that you try to use your mace.
But it's a suggestion. I don't have to follow it, right?
It is a suggestion the way, yeah, like if your best friend were to tell you that, though, you're charmed. You want to please Strahd. You are overcome with a
Yeah,
magical desire
our
to please him.
character- Normally, I think if me or Derman had suggested you use your mace on somebody, you probably would have.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So
Just the nature of the
Reginald is
word.
at a crossroads inwardly because there's this guy who just showed up, but I've known like my entire life, and he's like the coolest guy ever.
He is.
And he wants me to do this thing, but then there's my buddy Jericho who saved my life, like, you know, just a couple nights ago. So, decisions.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if I can resist that because I vividly remember, like, you know, owing Jericho a solid, so to speak.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna keep focused on the zombies, but I am going to talk to Reginald over my shoulder. Reginald, I swear, if you swing that mace into my head, I am going to kick my boot backwards into your big green testicles. And I'm gonna see which one of us hits the ground first.
All right. Hey, fella, I don't know who your name is, but you know, hey, buddy, I don't think I want to hit this fella after all.
Reginald, I will be so very displeased if you do not attack Jericho with your mace. It
Yeah,
will
but
ruin my evening.
it was your evening on me fruits. I don't want to. It's a tough clan we go here. Tough one.
I want to look back towards Jericho, and I'm like looking at the mace. I'm looking at Jericho.
I suppose it's
Like, is there something I can do to resist this, or should I just?
so I guess it's up to you. You can certainly give it a try, and like I'm not controlling you. You don't have to. You just have to operate on the you just have to operate on the fact that you are charmed. This person has magically imbued you with a love for them. So yeah, however you deal with that, you're welcome to do it, and whatever consequences or lack thereof will occur.
I think I want to. He said he wants me to use my mace, but no other instructions than that. I want to take my mace and turn it around backwards, and just see if I can kind of just bop him with the handle.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll an attack, and you guys figure out if that hits or not. B-Sox, welcome to the stream. We are playing Curse of Strahd right now. But if they are currently in an encounter with the devil vampire Strahd himself. They are currently level 2, so we'll see how this turns out.
It is a 18 to boop.
Okay.
I'm not really putting my heart into it, like, and it's just with the handle, you know.
So how hard are you trying to? You're trying not to cause him any damage?
Yeah, I'm trying to please both of my besties at the same time. Like, one of them says, "Hey, I need to hit him with my mace," and the other one says, "Don't you dare do it."
Okay.
So I'm just
If
gonna
he's
do
not
like the
using-
boop on the head.
If he's not using effort, if you feel free to overrule this, but it seems like that would be like either mace damage without the strength modifier, or maybe half mace damage since it's the back end.
That's a pretty high roll. If he's trying not to do any damage to you, I say he doesn't do, I don't think, any damage, right? If your goal, Josh, is to not do him any damage, it seems like you probably won't do him any damage there. You're running the risk
Yep.
of disobeying.
My goal is to not like I use the mace.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm like looking over my shoulder with like the biggest grin in the world. Like, I did it.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So as you look over your shoulder, Strahd is... So earlier he was kind of flattering you. He was giving you this look like he really was your friend. But now he is very, very displeased. And his response is... You know that is not what I wanted you to do, Reginald. In fact,
Now, hey, to be fair, you
Shut
think
up!
I'll need to hit him with the mace.
he yells for you to shut up from across the fire, and he says, "The next thing you'll do, the next thing you will do is come over here to me." And that will be, of course, the end of his turn, and I guess your turn too, Reginald, unless you're going to use your movement speed.
Well, he said the next thing I do is to go over that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna take him at his word. Like I'm following this by the book. I'm painting
Okay.
by the numbers here.
Sure.
So I'm just gonna stay right there until the next thing that I do.
Okay. Gotcha. I like this inner turmoil with the being charmed. It is now Irina's turn. Irina is going to use her 30 feet of movement speed, and she is going to walk to Strahd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she gets almost back over there. Irina is walking slowly as if she has seen a long lost relative across the room at a crowded party. She is making her way over there.
Arena, I really suggest you don't go with the one they call the Devil's Strahd. It doesn't seem like a good idea.
No, it is all right. He is not as bad as everyone says. He is the lord of this land. And she says all this without looking backwards to you. It is now the zombies' turns. So both of you have shot an arrow. 2 zombies are going to make their way over here to Reginald and Jericho. Oh no, I've erased the thing. 2 zombies are going to go over to Jericho. 1 zombie is going to make his way to the tree. So everybody's going to get a little piece of zombie on this one. Let's see what happens. Zombie at Derman. How high in the tree are you, Derman?
I've got 20 feet of climb, so just as high as.
Oh boy.
awesome.
So yeah, he's going to. The zombie underneath your tree is just going to like claw at the tree for now. He's clawing at the tree. He is under it, trying his best to climb. These zombies.
I ready action to attack the things that got close to me.
Oh yeah, you did. Okay, go ahead and attack them on their way.
Do I get my bonus action for my other sword, or is it just the one?
I don't believe you do. I say, well, I don't. You didn't use it in your last turn. I say if it's part of your attacking, sure.
I had my crossbow out for my last turn.
Right. So what
hit.
that will hit. What I'm saying is, imagine you said I ready an action to shoot him with my crossbow. The thing approaches you. You fire your crossbow. Then you like wanted to use a bonus action to tie your shoe or something. We won't do that, but because your goal was a bonus action to attack your enemy, if both of these are involving your attack, we'll let it roll with that.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So yes, that your crossbow will hit.
All right. That was the short sword that time.
Okay.
And then a 15 for the bonus action hit.
Okay, both of those hit.
Wait.
What was the damage on the first one? I'm sorry.
I didn't roll it yet. That's a 7 damage on the first one.
Okay.
And then your offhand one, if you don't have the dual wielding thing, then that's you don't add your proficiency bonus, right?
No, you don't add your ability modifier. So like you roll to hit as normal, but you only deal the weapons damage, not the additional like strength or dexterity.
Yeah.
Okay, then that's a 1 on the second hit.
Okay. So you're able to slash him up. Y'all need to do some slashing damage. Something interesting happens with these things. And that's not particularly weakness. I guess I shouldn't say that. But also, we're all friends here. We're all friends. We'll give you a little extra information. You know, we're all having a good time.
Short sword not slashing damage?
You only did 1 point. I'll show you later.
Better sharpen up my mace.
Reginald and Jericho, the zombies are approaching you. I've tried to put tally marks here for the zombies. So Zenus
Hey, everybody
has.
there? Kind of cut out for a second.
Uh-oh. Everybody
See
good?
if anybody comes back.
Yeah, I can hear everyone.
I can hear everyone. Bryce? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so the zombies are there.
I cannot hear you.
What?
He still can't hear us.
Uh-oh. Okay, well, we need to figure that
This
out.
happened while you were in the.
Wait, I hear you.
something.
I hear you. We're good.
There you go.
Everybody good?
Yeah, that was weird. Everything just cut out all of a sudden. So I heard Reginald and Jericho, and then it all went out.
Gotcha. So the zombies are coming to attack you now. Zombie 3 and Zombie 2. Zombie number 3, the one that just got shot again and slashed, is going to attack Jericho.
I do not have a crossbow out. Both of these were sword attacks. I
Okay.
have not shot anything. This
I
time.
am sorry. Okay, so the damage that you did completely, I need to go back. I need to roll a thing. My apologies. I'm trying to think a few moves ahead and I missed things.
But no, it is not slashing. I looked it up. A short sword is piercing damage still.
Oh, so you just stabbed them. Unless you
That would
tell me.
make sense because it's a short sword. So
Did you picture yourself swinging the sword or stabbing, Bryce?
I picture a swing with any sword unless it's a rapier.
I'm calling this slashing damage. And in that last hit you did, you chopped off the leg of the zombie that was approaching you. You swung
Ooh,
right through
Poor
it,
fellow.
and you chopped off his leg.
gotta be fair. It probably wasn't a very meaty leg.
Okay, so now he's just standing on one leg. Now, I do apologize on the sword thing, everybody. That's my fault. Sometimes it happens. Is everybody good for me to move on to zombie turn? I think it's zombie turn now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
The one zombie that's under Derman's tree, he's scratching at the tree. He's doing his best to try to climb up to get to Derman. He is unable to do so. He is doing his best to try to grab a low limb, but he can't pull it off. Zombie number 3, the one that was just slashed, is now going to try to bite and claw at Jericho.
Ooh.
Will
With disadvantage.
Because of what?
Because my fighting style is protection that I get at level 2.
Perfect.
And if a creature sees with attacks a target other than you that's within 5 feet of you, can use a reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
All right,
As long
cool.
as I've got a shield, I can do disadvantage for 5 feet.
Perfect.
Oh,
All right.
we have fighting styles at level 2? Yeah, I have my 2-weapon fighting thing. I do add my ability modifier to offhand damage. It's all good.
I know for a fighter gets it at level 2.
Yeah, I got mine.
All right. So,
Ooh, I
what
did
was the
do that.
damage I should have added to the zombie?
All of it.
Just 3 extra.
Okay. I can do that. Now, will a 13 hit?
Me?
Yep.
No.
Okay. So he tries to
got
bite
it.
you, but he just gets a mouthful of your armor, your cloak. So a 13 will also not hit again. So you are able, with the help of Reginald, to keep from getting hurt by this zombie as it approaches you. Reginald, the zombie is going to do the same thing to you. It's going to try to bite you and scratch you on its way in.
Okay, let's do it.
Will a 19 hit?
Just barely. Just barely.
Okay. It's going to do 3 damage to you with a bite.
No. Okay, so with the whole charm person thing, since the zombies
Yes.
are attacking me, does that?
I need
cancel
you
out
to
that, or
roll.
do I roll again.
I need you to roll another wisdom saving throw.
Okay. It's weird. Wise dumb.
Wise?
No, sir. That is an 8. That is an
Yes, you are still charmed, but you're
Dang it.
about to get another chance. Will a 15 hit?
8. A 15 matches.
And I know we went over it last time. We decided that if it matches, what?
That's up to the DM god.
Well, I just
believe it. I believe it goes to it goes to the attacker.
I can't remember what we said last time. I feel like every time I say it, somebody tells me it's the opposite, and that's fine.
Hold up.
When we play our personal games, it goes to the player. Usually, when we do Dungeon Boys, the match goes to the attacker.
It
Wait,
says
I forgot I was holding the shield. I'm good. I got an extra 2 AC.
All right, cool. That'll be fine. Okay, so the scratch, you raise your shield and block the claws of the zombie as it comes down. So you took a little damage. You are still charmed. Xenos, did you pull it up?
yeah. If it meets it, it beats it.
Meets it, it beats it. Meets it, it beats it. Meets it, beats it, beats its meat. All right.
Oh, no. God, no.
I snuck that in there on you. It is now Derman's turn.
Listening.
I'm sorry. Is she Sparkly Trash 1?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hey, Sparkly Trash 1.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it's your turn.
Cool. So I'm gonna look at Strahd, and I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt. A flash of light streaks toward a creature of your choice within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 4d6 radiant damage, and the next attack roll made against this target before the end of your next turn has advantage, thanks to the mystical dim light glittering on the target until then. Now, fun little side note for all the people listening: every time I've cast this spell, I've missed quite horribly. So,
Okay.
find out if I'm gonna do it. No, I'll just go ahead and use my inspiration on that.
Okay. All right.
Well, that was worse.
Oh no.
10.
The fear, the slight fear in your arm pushes you off course. You looked at Strahd, and his uncanny confidence it pushed your arm a little off course as you raised it out, and your bolt flies just past his face, and he doesn't even blink.
Dang.
Anything else you're gonna do?
Look sad.
Okay.
Weep quietly.
And dejected.
You will have to do better than that, Derman. It is now Jericho's turn.
Cool. Is the one-legged zombie still standing?
Yeah, it's still standing.
Okay.
You just kind of the leg just kind of fell out from under it.
All right. The other one, is it in better repair?
The one that attacked Reginald looks a lot better than yours.
Okay. I'm going to use my action to attack, and my bonus action to use my offhand weapon. The first one will be aimed at the one that's in a state of disrepair, and the other one will be the newer model.
Okay.
That's a miss on the first one. I rolled a 2 plus 5 is 7.
Okay.
And the second one, I can't see it. It's behind my microphone. It's 18 plus 5.
That'll definitely hit.
Cool.
The second
that
one
one
was wasn't it?
Yes. Ooh, and I rolled full damage on that die. So that's a 6 plus 3 is 9 damage.
Nice. Let me do a quick roll. You chop that one's leg off. You're just slicing for the legs.
Yeah.
So you've removed the legs of both the zombies that are trying to attack you. Will you do anything else?
No, I got no more actions.
Can I take a free action just to say a word or two to Jericho real quick?
Sure.
Hey, that was exceptional. I'm real glad I didn't bash your head in back there.
Yeah, you should be real glad. I'm real glad too, personally.
I'm just smiling like the biggest idiot, and I'm just like nodding, like, yeah, obviously this makes like the best sense ever. It's all coming together. Yep, makes perfect sense.
Doo-doo. It is now the Devil Strahd's turn, which means I have to do a thing. Doo-doo-doo-doo. He is going to raise his hand towards you, Derman, and say, "You should treat your guests with a little more respect." He's going to raise his hand to you. He's going to make a ranged spell attack against you. Let me try to remember what his range or a spell attack modifier. I have to remember what that is. How do you get that?
Proficiency plus whatever the modifier is. So if intelligence or wisdom or charisma,
Gotcha.
it'll tell you.
Yes. He is going to do this. He is going to cast Ray of Frost at you.
Oh, good.
But it looks like Strahd is distracted by the beauty of Irina Kolyana.
I thought it was me.
And he is going to roll a 10.
That does not hit.
All right, so you're able to duck behind the tree that you're currently in, and the ray of frost hits the tree, and the trunk of the tree that you were hiding behind is frozen completely solid between you and the Devil Strahd. And he is going to now stand and wait for Irina to come closer to him. And that is going to be the end of his turn. Sorry.
She's been walking
Can I-
for a hot minute.
Can I have used one of my free actions to put away a sword?
If you would like to have done that,
Right.
sure.
I would like to have done that.
Okay.
I don't know if I can take free actions when it's not my turn.
I'm just saying I can. I'm fine with you having done that at the end of your turn. Just you telling me about it now.
Okay.
Reginald, it is your turn, sir.
Decisions. His last thing he said to me was, what now?
He said that you should walk over to him.
You know what? I think I'm gonna say that's probably a good idea. So I'm just gonna take my time and mosey on back.
Okay, so Reginald is going to take his time and mosey on this way on either side of the fire.
Just moseying along. Actually, if I can get as close as I can to Irina, that would be awesome.
Okay.
Because I remember, like, we're supposed to be protecting her. This seems like a legit dude, but
Yeah,
you know,
I feel that. Okay, cool.
I'm a little bit torn in two different directions.
Anything else you're going to do with your turn?
I don't know if there's anything I can do. Like, I can't actually attack something, because I'm being compelled. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm stuck in the middle between these two things.
Okay. Okay, so that'll be your turn. It is now Irina's turn. Irina is going to finish her journey to Strahd, and she will journey all the way to him and fall into his arms.
I thought she just moved closer like 2 seconds ago.
No, it's been a whole turn since she's done that.
Alright.
It has.
Yeah, that's what I said. She's been walking that way for a long time.
Oh.
It is going to be now the zombie turn. Derman, that zombie still would like to get up in your tree, but he is going to fail again. The other two zombies now, the second one is going to leave your space, Jericho, and follow Reginald since it's already got a taste of his blood, and he wants to get over there to him or behind
I
him.
didn't get no taste.
Or it's got a taste of wanting to have some of your blood.
Hey.
I will reactionize him.
Okay.
That's a... Ooh, I rolled another 18. That's 23 again.
Nice, you hit.
Sweet.
Cool. That's a 2 plus 3 is 5 damage.
Okay. Nicely done.
me sword.
This time, on that one-footed zombie that was hopping over there, you chop one of his arms off. So now the arm and the leg are flopping around on the ground, and I do say flopping around on the ground as if they still live. So that one does get away. As it hops away, you slice an arm off of it. And the third zombie is going to try to attack you, sir, Jericho.
Okay.
Will a 8 hit?
No.
What about a natural 20?
No. I'm immune.
So it goes to bite, but you raise the sword and you get it bites down on your sword instead of biting you. For the second one though, it leaves you open to a big scratch across your belly. So we're gonna roll a little double damage for that. Oh shoot.
I do not like the belly scratch.
That's gonna be
Oh.
a big 9 damage across your belly.
Oh, mama.
Arm hopping away, arm flopping away, you know. Go ahead, Bryce.
That was it.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say
took
something.
damage.
So that is going to be the zombie's turn. Dermot, it is your turn again.
Okay,
German.
so I'm just gonna. Alright, this is not working out at all how I had planned, so I'm just gonna cast a little old healy Jericho's way with some healing word, which is. Let's see, let me pull it up real quick. A creature of your choice that you can see within range 60 feet regains hit points equal to 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs. So I'm gonna just cast that on Jericho.
Okay,
A little bit, little old heals.
sounds like a plan.
He gets back 5 hit points. And then
Nice.
with that, I'm also going to cast Sacred Flame upon the zombie that's right in front of him.
Okay, cool. Helping him out.
Yeah, that's a dexterity saving throw. That's the zombie with no leg, right?
That's a zombie with no leg. Yep.
So one's got no leg and one's got no arm.
Will a 5 save on his dexterity saving throw?
No.
Okay. He does not save.
He takes 5 damage. 5 radiant damage.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh, wait, hang on a second.
There'd
Hold
be
up.
fire radiant damage on his body.
Hold up. Also, Bryce gets back. He gets 3 additional hit points because I chose the Life Cleric thing, which is called Disciple of Life. Whenever you use a spell of first level or higher to restore hit points, the creature regains additional hit points equal to 2 plus the spell's level. So he gains back 8 hit points total.
Okay.
Nice. I'm almost back to full health.
Nice.
Nice.
That's a pretty sweet roll right there.
Not bad.
Mhm.
It is now
I
Jericho's
appreciate
turn.
that, Devin.
Of course, Molly. It's the least I can do.
I feel much better. I don't know how you boys are gonna feel about this, but I think I'm going to shoot Irina and see if that keeps her from walking towards the creepy vampire man.
Just aim for her legs or something.
It
I
should
thought she fell into
yeah,
his arm.
it should be known that she has fallen into his arms at this point.
Oh crap! Yeah, I'm a shooter anyway. I'm going to shoot
Okay.
at Strahd then.
All right, shoot at Strahd.
All right. So I'm actually my crossbow was fired in the last turn, so I'm going to have to use my free action to put away my other sword, use my bonus action to reload my crossbow, and then fire.
Nice.
And
Fire
then-
away, as Chris
so
Stapleton
my
says.
action to fire. Oh, that was the D12. Why did I roll the D12?
It'll be hard to hit with a D12.
It will be. That's an 18 again. I must be using weighted dice.
There you go, an 18.
plus 5.
You will send a crossbow bolt hurtling into the you know what? Into the neck of Strahd von Zarovich.
I kind of don't want to hit him in the neck. That's 4.
4 damage? Okay, so you see about 4 damages worth. It kind of like this arrow, it doesn't go into his neck. Imagine, like when you're in elementary or in like grade school or at home and you find a safety pin and you stick it underneath the dead skin on your finger and then push it out the other side, kinda. I don't know if anybody's ever done that. But essentially this arrow passes through the very outer edge of Strahd von Zarovich's neck and then out the back, and it's stuck in the side of his neck. And he takes 4 damage. And is that the end of your turn?
Yeah. Oh, that just looks nasty.
And he says, "Now that is not the way you treat a guest." And he pulls the arrow out of his neck. We'll call that a free action, and it just like rips the skin open. And you see it instantly reattach itself and heal to where, his skin goes back to being perfect. He says, "But nevertheless, it has made me very thirsty." And you see him grab the top of Irina's head, lean it to the side, and just take a big old honking bite into her neck. What happens when he bites people?
That's all for my turn. I got nothing else.
Okay. Did I not ask you if your turn was done?
No.
Okay.
I assumed we were just going through the Strahd motions.
Your turn is done, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's taking his turn to bite Irina Kolyana. So he's taking a big hefty bite out of Irina Kolyana's neck, and very vampire-y. He takes a big bite, and you can see blood running down her neck as he is obviously being nourished by her blood. And when he does so, let's see. He's gonna take 9 piercing damage.
Ouch. Yep, she's dead.
Sorry, I gotta get my screens pulled up so I can see what everybody's stuff has. So yeah, she takes that damage, and she takes the bite as if it was something she wanted to happen. And as he pulls his teeth out, the blood continues to roll down her neck, and she flops to the ground, lifelessly. And as she does that, he bends down to her, and he says, "Do not worry, we will meet again." And he stands back up and turns around to walk away from the campfire, which he walks 30 feet back towards the road.
Hey, Derman, you got anything that can help her?
Sadly, no. I'm all used up. I've got a potion in my pocket, but she's more than welcome to that.
I've got one.
Are we still in combat, or what happened?
Yeah, you're still in combat.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's still zombies around.
Yeah, you're still in combat. He just walked away.
Forget it.
It is now Reginald's turn.
Hey, so the charm is now broken?
Nope, you're still charmed.
How?
What do you
He
mean?
ain't dead.
You didn't succeed on your roll, and Strahd's still around.
Charmed until the spell ends, or until you or your companion do something harmful to it.
And then when something happens, when you are harmed, you roll a wisdom saving throw. And if you succeed, you're uncharmed. But you didn't succeed on your check.
If it fails a saving throw, it is charmed by you by the caster until the spell ends, or until you or your companion do anything harmful to it. So I'm charmed until
Each time Strahd or his companions do anything harmful to the target, it can repeat the saving
Strahd,
throw.
so that's a special Strahd thing.
Yeah, ending the effect on itself.
okay.
It must
Okay,
be a
so I
special
reroll?
Strahd thing. Nothing's harmed you right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so you wouldn't roll a wisdom saving throw. You're still currently charmed.
Okay. Well, the last thing he told me was I need to come this way, so I guess I'll make my way to Arena.
Okay. You make your way to Irina.
Cool. I've got enough distance to get there, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
you're
it
there.
took her a hot minute to get
Yep, you're
Okay.
there. You're there.
So I want to see if I can pick her up. Like, is she still alive? Like, I'm checking for vitals here. Like, what's going on?
She looks incapacitated. The D&D version of dead.
Gotcha. I have one potion of healing. Can I attempt that?
You can.
All right. We are attempting the potion of healing.
Okay. How much do she get?
2d4 plus 2. You want to roll it or you want me to?
You go ahead.
All right. 6.
Ooh, nice. Nice heals.
Zing.
All right, so Irina, as she slurps down the healing potion, you pour it into her mouth, and eventually she regains consciousness. And the holes on her neck, where Strahd von Zarovich's teeth had pierced her, begin to close up, but not all the way. There's still some blood leaking out of them, and she takes in a deep breath. He charmed me again, didn't he?
Well, he's a rather charming character, I would say. But hey, you look to be feeling a lot better. What was it? Was that?
She begins to weep, and she says, "We should never have tried to make this journey."
Oh no, it's fine. I mean, we've got nothing but friends here. I mean, everything's fine. I don't understand what you're talking about.
She looks up to you. She looks up to you, and she looks into your eyes, and she can see that you have that same luster as you, like as she looks up at you and you're talking to her. She can see that you're looking towards Strahd, your best buddy, walking away, and she says, "Oh no, he's gotten to you too." And it's now going to be her turn. She will use her turn to continue being afraid. It is now the zombie's turn. The zombie underneath Derman's tree is going to give up on Derman. He can't climb, obviously. So he is going to move to Big Boy Jericho and join in the Jericho assault. That's a bad zombie.
I hope you don't lock both your legs.
No. And he is going to
Turns the other way.
try to attack you, Jericho. Will a 10 hit?
No.
What about a 17?
Yes.
A 17 will hit. He's going to roll another scratch at your belly region. He is going to roll 6 damage for your belly region.
Ooh, my belly getting it good.
He said in real life. Like he said in the game. "Oh, my belly getting it good. Put another scratch on me belly." Because of Australia, mate. The other zombie is also going to attack you. Will a 17 hit?
Yes.
We'll go ahead and do it. What about a 16?
Yes.
Oh, bad news.
Where's that third one coming from?
You already had zombie number 3 on you. The first one that
Yeah.
attacked you came from Zenith's tree.
Yeah.
So you're getting attacked.
But you just had a 17 and a 16, and
Yeah.
I just got attacked previously.
They both attacked twice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've both been attacking twice. He missed on the first one. The first one I asked was a 10.
Okay. Gotcha.
So you've been attacked 4 times. 3 damage with a bite, and then 5 damage with a scratch. They're swarming
Belly?
you. Yeah, scratch to the belly. They're going for those eye testines.
Intestines.
And then the second zombie is headed. He's on the Reginald Trail. He's not going to get there yet, but he's on the Reginald Trail, and that's going to end the zombies' turns. Hey,
What was that?
would you mind going back? Can we retcon one thing and let Irina use her turn?
Sure.
It's not going to affect
Yeah.
anything else that happened. I just realized that she would know how to get someone out of this charmed state. So Reginald,
Hey,
Reginald,
I like it.
or at least try. Reginald, as you are looking towards Strahd, Irina is going to apologize to you and say, "I'm very sorry about this," and she's going to. I assume you kneel down over her, right?
Do what now?
You like kneel down over her.
Oh yeah.
Okay, she's going to get advantage on stabbing you with her rapier.
Oh dang. Okay.
So,
Should have gone for the nurple.
so will a 17 hit you? A 17 was because your armor class was what?
Oh my.
A 17
Just
matched.
With my armor and the shield. Wait. May I have dropped my shield because I said I collected her up to give her the potion.
I mean, it'd be hard to use your shield with her in your arms, but does that drop your AC to 15 or to 17?
16.
Aha, okay. All right, well she stabs you right in the belly with her rapier.
I have never been so happy to be stabbed
Yeah.
by anything in my life.
And she's going to do 2 damage to you, so roll that wisdom saving throw.
Hey. It's a 9.
You are still charmed, my friend. I'm sorry.
Wisdom is like my lowest thing in the world.
And as she says, she apologizes, and then she says, "Snap out of it! Strahd is the devil!"
What are you even talking about? He's just a charming fella. I mean, I met him just over there. I mean, what's you going on about?
Yeah. All right. It's now Dermon's turn.
Wait, how much damage did I take?
You took 2 damage.
2?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a very thin rapier.
Okay. All right.
It's like a piece of straw.
It's like
With
a paper cut that
it's
goes
a-
through you.
It's a piece of straw with hairspray on it.
Dang.
I'm just gonna shoot at zombie number 3.
All right, fire away.
That is a nat 20. Holy
Nice.
Woo!
This may be it for zombie number 3. You guys are doing a good
Bring
job,
it,
by the way.
son, Bring it.
crap. That's 14 damage.
That zombie. Wait, what did you shoot at it with?
My bow,
Oh, okay.
my arrow.
Your arrow passes directly through the backside of the zombie's head. It bobbed back and forth, but you nailed it. Pew! A hole in the zombie's head passes through. Jericho sees the arrow coming and is able to duck out of the way as the arrow sticks into a tree behind you, behind him, and the zombie goes limp and lifeless in front of Jericho.
Nice.
That's pretty cool visual right there.
That's all I got.
Okay.
I would find it entertaining if Dermon actually said that. Just like Jericho.
Well, that's about all I got.
No, the nice.
Oh.
Yeah, he do that. Nice.
Jericho, it's your turn. A zombie has perished in front of you, limp at your feet.
Now you're getting the hang of it. I'm going to use my free action to. Did I do this last time? I drew my sword last time, correct?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, because I attacked with it. So now I'm going to use my free action to return my crossbow to my belt. And can I draw a sword, or is that more actioning?
Yeah, just draw that sword, man. I'm making you count arrows, but this seems like too much minutia. Attack with those swords if you want to.
Swing.
I mean, I can keep it all to myself and keep it in my head. I mean, it's not that difficult, and it adds an extra layer to my character that I have to deal with.
Okay, yeah, well then go ahead, go for it.
All right. Then I will keep the sword on my belt for now, but I've returned the crossbow.
Okay.
I am going to swing and a ding ding at the zombie in front of me.
Okay, you swing upon it.
That is a 14.
That'll hit.
And that's 5 damage.
Yeah, that'll do, and that's to zombie numero un. Let's
And
roll.
can I use my offhand to punch him?
Why not? Why not?
That's I rolled a 16. I don't know what the modifier for a punch is.
So this zombie
And that'll
has
do damage.
that'll hit with the punch. This zombie has both legs, but you just chopped off an arm.
Nice.
So you slice the arm off of the zombie with that damage you just rolled. Let me make sure I mark down the damage. And then you punch the zombie, and it's like 1 extra point of damage.
I had forgotten I had previously planned to kind of pistol whip him with my crossbow.
Nice. It is now Strahd's turn. He is going to. What you see from a distance is you see Strahd as he walks into the trees and away from you, 30 feet from Reginald, like 80 or so from Jericho and Dermot, so you kind of barely see this. You see his regal vampiric form shrink down into the form of a small bat, and it flies away. You see the bat ascend into the sky and fly another 30 feet or so away from you, as he turned into a bat.
As this is happening, I just kind of want to look that way and just be like, hey, that's one heck of a guy right there.
He is not one heck of a guy, Reginald. He is pure evil.
No, just a stand up gentleman if I ever seen one.
It
Don't
is.
know if I've ever seen one. but
It is your
if I ever
turn.
had- My turn?
Yeah.
I don't have anything else that I am compelled to do, really.
Right.
So I am going to. You Mr. Raider, would you just sit here, just give me just a moment here? I want to get up and attack zombie number dos.
All right, go for it.
I'm gonna do it. All right. How far I got? Can I just make this happen?
Yep, you can make it happen. He's about 20 feet behind you.
Sweet. Will a 23 hit?
A 23 will smack that zombie's right on his little red booty.
Thank goodness. It is a 6 of those damage.
The spank.
Okay. 6 damage with the mace. That
Cool.
zombie, whenever you hit him with your mace, that zombie only has 1 leg. You go golfing for the other leg, and you knock off his other leg, and it goes flying into the woods.
Nice. Zombie down or zombie still going?
The zombie is currently prone.
All right. So can I take my action surge to deal a bit more?
Yes, you may.
Do I get advantage on a prone?
Yes, you do.
Cool, because this was a 12.
That still would have hit, but yes.
Cool. All right, the other one was a 17, but it wasn't that 20.
All right, cool.
It looks like we got 9 damage on this one, boys.
All right, so what you see Reginald do, finally getting into the fray and handily at that. He goes golfing with the mace, cracks the zombie in his 1 remaining knee. The leg goes flying into the wood. The zombie hits the ground face down. As it looks up to its attacker, the last thing it sees is Reginald's giant mace crushing its head into the soft forest floor, and that zombie is also dead.
Hey, fellas, you got me one.
And
Well done, Reginald.
it is
Hey, what's taking you boys so long?
it is Irina's
sorry,
turn. What?
I said I didn't hear that last bit. I removed my headset to itch my ear.
I said, what's taking you boys so long?
We'll get there, Reginald. Just don't worry.
Big corny grin from ear to ear.
Irina stands to her feet and she says, Reginald, do you believe Strahd is evil?
No, evil. I mean,
She
he's
sprints towards you as fast as she can to ram the rapier right into your chest again.
Well, dang.
Of course,
Okay.
I mean, you can choose to accept it, or I feel like you'd probably treat it as someone attacking you. But dang, nice moves, Irina. That's a 19 to hit.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hit. That's gonna hit one way or another. So yeah.
Which
All right.
means
Why is dumb? 13.
All right, third. Dang. So 3. Yeah. So she does 3 damage to you, but you're still charmed, and she.
All right, people. We are. I'm going to remain charmed until I get a really high roll in wisdom. So, with Reginald, this might take a minute.
So she stabs you again, and she says, "Tell me he is evil."
Well, he's not really. Why are you over here stabbing at me like that? What's wrong with? I'm just out here with me buddies and everything. Instead, you come up here and start stabbing at me. What's wrong with you?
I'm trying to help you.
I call out to.
Try to stab me.
I call out to Irina. So am I to assume that we must strike at Reginald in order to get him out of this curse?
Doing harm to him will give him the chance to break free from the spell. Yes.
Oh, goody.
Oh, why didn't you say so?
Hey, fellas, why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, Reginald, I got something funny to show you. Come over here. It'll be an adventure.
No, hey, I'll take you up on it. What you got there, What you got there, Jacob? What you got?
Also, so we still have one zombie, so we gotta work through that.
This zombie can wait. This zombie
It's
can wait.
it's that zombie's turn. That zombie is going to again attack Jericho. It's going to bite with a 10 to hit.
That's I know.
It's going to also miss on the scratch. So you, after watching, you got a second win from watching the one zombie die. You're able to dodge this one's attacks handily and block them. It is now Dermon's turn.
I'm going to shoot at Reginald.
Okay.
Shoot. I'm gonna aim for his shoulder.
All right.
I'm gonna
Roll
shoot
it
my
up.
bow. Hopefully I hit him.
Hey, Dermot, what's dude looking this way with it?
Oh, nothing. Don't worry. I rolled a 16 to hit.
All right. Based on RP, I'm going to give you advantage because Reginald seems to that he doesn't understand that you're about to attack him.
Yeah, and 16 matches. So
That's 20, not natural.
Okay, that's a hit.
Okay.
You hit right where you wanted to.
all right, come on, wisdom.
Oh gosh, 10 damage.
Oh boy.
Come on, wisdom. It's an 8. Oh God, how much? 10?
Yeah,
10 damage.
Holy crap!
Irina through
You
tears.
could choose how much damage you do.
What?
I mean, Reginald got to choose to do no damage to me.
Oh no, I'm choosing to. That's my thinking is like, okay, well, if he's evil, or if he thinks like he's doing all this stuff, I'm gonna just knock him out.
Well, you also can't
So
really.
I do not get children's aspirin. I get the full strength.
You can't really. What he did was kind of tap you with the mace. It's hard to do that with the bow.
That's true.
I lightly tapped him with a shotgun.
I take an arrow out of my quiver and I just toss it over at his shoulder.
No. So he takes 10 damage. Irina, through tears at this point, is shouting, "Tell me Strahd is evil!"
Well, I don't see what's the problem with you, fella. I mean, you got something personal going on with
Hit
you.
him again!
My fella, back me up on this. Dermot, why you just try to shoot at me like you did shoot at me? Look at my leg. Look
Jericho,
at my leg. It's sticking out of my leg.
your turn.
I'm going to use my free action to draw my other sword.
Okay.
Again.
Okay.
And that's a 9 to hit with the first one?
Yeah, that'll hit.
No, that's... Oh, okay. That's actually an 11 anyway.
It'll still hit, baby.
Cool. That's the 5 damage.
Okay.
And then bonus action swing. Or not bonus action. Yeah, bonus action swing. That's a 14 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that's a 6 damage.
Okay. So this zombie's not looking great. What this zombie? You cut off his arm. And this time you cut off his other arm. So now it's just gonna lean. It's gonna no. We got other turns to do. Is that all that you have for your turn?
Yeah.
At this point, the Strahd in bat form is out of sight, so we're gonna call him out of combat. He is beyond your view or ability to harm. And now it is Reginald, your turn.
We still got one more zombie, right?
There is one more zombie. He's over there by Jericho.
All right, I'm ambling that way with a arrow stuck in my body, and I'm making rude gestures over towards Thurman.
Okay.
Hey, Jack, why are you gonna go shoot the man like that? What's wrong with you, Jericho? What's wrong with this man here?
You can make it all the way there.
I promise.
I want to see if I can smack at the zombie with my mace.
Okay. You have enough speed to get all the way there. Go smack at it.
It's a 13.
Okay. A 13 will hit.
Will it do 6 of those damage?
It will do 6. Yeah. You tell me.
Yeah, it does 6.
Okay. So this hit you do, this one knocks out a leg. So now it's down to just a torso, a head, and one leg.
I mean, what more do you really need?
And it's teetering, man. It is teetering on its feet.
All right, that's all. I think that's all I got on this one. Actually, I got a thing. It's called Second Wind. Limited well of stamina you can draw on to protect yourself from harm. On your turn, you can use bonus action to regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus your fighting level.
Okay.
All right, so a d10. Gimme. It's a 6 plus a deuce, so I get 8 of them healths.
Nice. Take it
I
back.
like it. Okay, that's all I got. Other than a really weird look over towards Dermon's direction.
Yep. Irina is going to sprint back to you again, and again through tears, she's going to try to swipe across your back with her rapier and say, "Please, Reginald, you must snap out of the charm."
Strahd being far away does not have any effect.
Not currently, and it doesn't matter because she crit fails on the hit.
Dang.
Nice.
So she trips on her way over there, and slides into your heels.
Hey, Jericho, this woman, she keeps trying to stab at me. And I thought we were supposed to be protecting her going up across these mountains and everything to keep her away from this Strahd fella, whoever that is. But yeah, she keeps trying to stab at me like that.
Yeah, well, you see, Reginald, Strahd is that fella that took a big bite out of her neck and almost killed her. The
No,
one
he
you
couldn't
taken
be.
as a friend. Yes, you see, you're under a charm, and you can't dislike this fellow. So we're gonna keep beating the crap out of you until you either pass out or you understand that he is a bad fella.
As you're having this conversation, the zombie is teetering on its one leg. It's falling down. On its way down, it's going to try to bite at you twice, Jericho. One of those bites is going to be an 18.
Oh, there's 2 other people over here. There's one on the ground that is heading towards us.
But he's fighting.
Wait. Disadvantage.
Yeah, okay. He's been fighting you the whole time, though. But both of
So
them.
as he's trying to bite, I just went, excuse me, trying to have a conversation here.
Yeah. So as he falls to the ground, you kind of put a hand on him and push him to the ground, and it is Dermon's turn.
I'm gonna shoot at Goodwill again.
Okay.
Do I have advantage on this one too, or just the first one?
At this point, he's wary of all of you. Just so you get it's a regular roll now.
17 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it. Because I put my shield down, so yeah.
Alright. 8 damage.
Dang it, I just got that back.
Too bad.
Wisdom saving throw.
Roll it.
It's a 19.
You're no longer charmed.
I'm free, boys. I'm free.
I kick him in the nuts.
Do you really?
It ain't my turn.
It should be known that the zombie is still snapping its teeth on the ground, but just barely. Jericho, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm just gonna swing both swords down and Hack at it.
Take advantage.
Cool. That's a nat 20.
He's dead. How do you kill him?
Can I swing both swords like in a two-handed just swipe down
Of course.
on the head?
Yeah.
Cool, I do that.
All right. And
Both
you
swords just like we will go piercing with this one and just like jab it down into his eyes.
perfect. Well, boys, you are out of combat and you are now level 3.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. So if you guys want to take some time to figure out what you're going to do next and level up, I'm going to be right back. I got to go make a pee-pee house again.
Okay.
Hey. So when I am uncharmed, I understand that I have been charmed.
That's up to Keith.
Hmm.
I can kick you into bolos still.
Oh no, I'm okay. I'm okay. Just thinking about that with my character makes me a little painful.
Level 3!
You know what? Still in the chat. I can now see the chat because I brought up the stream on my phone.
That's what I do sometimes.
Wait, what chat you in?
The Twitch stream chat.
Yeah, I didn't do the Twitch. I got the Discord on.
All you people, send messages to me.
To me.
To me. I need to get me some different armor. This leather armor is only 11 plus dex. And I can wear medium armor, so I'd like to get either a breastplate or a chain shirt. A breastplate is quite expensive though, so a chain shirt's only 50 gold pieces.
Hey.
All right. So you have survived your first encounter with the Devil Strahd.
He wasn't so tough.
Was he not?
Nice guy,
could've-
really.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you're out of combat.
Oh, nice guy. Oh, nice guy.
There are 3 dead zombies on the ground.
I get to looting corpses.
Okay.
I'll search the one at my feet.
All right.
I'm gonna grab the other one. What they ain't grabbed yet.
Let me see.
With an arrow sticking out of a leg or other meaty portion.
I don't think they have anything on them, guys. I think they're just zombies. They're just wearing tattered clothes with no valuables on them.
Darn it.
Well, then
I
would
want to. Fellas, these ain't got nothing on them. What we go through all this for?
Well, that Strahd showed up, and that caused quite a fuss. And
Was
then-
that it?
And you went crazy, and we had to shoot you a bunch of times.
What are you talking about crazy? It ain't go crazy at all. You the one went crazy with shooting me with your arrow.
You not.
Alright, it's bedtime. I'm gonna walk to our dwindling campfire.
Yeah. Okay. All this happened in probably like what, a minute and a half, or less.
Yeah.
The
think
combat
about it,
was.
All right, so I want to do the same thing. I'm going back to the campfire, but I got my eye on these guys, especially the woman that kept trying to stab me.
She's about to apologize in just a moment.
See, I don't know that.
I'm not feeling especially tired. I'll sit up and keep watch. You 3 get some rest.
It kind of feel like somebody's been stabbing me and shooting me with arrows. Think I could use a little rest.
Well, yes, that's what happens when you go crazy.
As an elf, I am resistant to magical sleepitude, and I don't actually need to sleep. I
Okay.
can just meditate for 4 hours for an equivalent long rest.
Cool. Irina comes over to. She kind of limps over because she does not have a lot of health, and she's still hurting. Kinda. She didn't get a full heal. She kind of moves over, obviously a bit injured and hurting from her bite, and she moves to Reginald and says, I'm very sorry for attacking you so many times. I know that there is only one way to snap out of Strahd's charms.
Yeah. So that was that Strahd fella, huh?
Yes, it was the devil himself come to toy with all of us like a child's plaything.
Well, I don't know about all that. He seemed like a nice guy at the moment, but looking back on things, it didn't seem quite right what all happened back there.
He turned you against your friends with his evil magics.
Yeah, he couldn't have. I don't know. I don't know the whole story with that, but I'm certainly impervious to something like that. I'd never turn against me buddies like that. We've been through too much.
You are not impervious. No one is.
No, I'm sure it's fine. I kind of want to walk away. I'm not really taking this in too well.
Okay.
I am not an elf in this campaign. That was for Zenus's campaign.
Oh,
I am a
well,
shifter.
Yeah, you're a
I need
shifter.
sleep.
It didn't strike me immediately, but as I was having the conversation with Reginald, I was thinking, wait, hold on.
Well, I read through my character description right before we started, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. But I realized I was reading through Cadence's character sheet,
yeah.
not my Jericho character sheet.
We play
I
too
switched
much.
over whenever we actually started playing, but
We play too much D&D, boys. Too much.
What
I'm
happened?
going to
12-step program.
I'm gonna walk over to Irina and I'm gonna like touch her shoulder and I'm gonna say, "I'm sorry we couldn't do more to protect you." And as I do that, I cast Cure Wounds upon her.
Perfect.
She's back 13 hit points.
Oh man, that's more than she needs. Thank you.
oh, I thought you were all out of those.
No, I seem
I'm
to.
kind of looking back towards him. I'm like, what? You just shot me in the leg, and she done stabbed me. I'll give up.
Well, she is our. Not quarry, that's the wrong word. She is our client, shall we say, at this moment, and I'm going to take better care of her than I will of you two. Especially when her neck was bitten, Reginald.
Yeah, but she done shot me in the body, and she done stabbed me, what, I mean, 2-3 times through the chest. I'll give up on it. You know, it's too late for this, indeed. It's
You wanted adventure, didn't you?
well, yeah, I didn't expect to get stabbed and poked at with the arrows with my buddies up. You know, I'm done with this right now.
I'm sure you did.
Reginald seems kind of shook up and everything. He's in his limited intellectual capacity, he's trying to kind of rationalize all this. Like the other dude seemed pretty cool, but then he didn't, and he can't figure out what's up there.
Okay. Irina.
Like he doesn't want to believe that he's not strong enough to overcome something.
Sure. Irina says to Jericho and Derman, as Reginald has kind of walked away a little bit, she says quietly, "You may have some work to do to win the trust of your simple friend back."
It's possible.
But there's
You're
no...
gonna have a lot more work to do. Stabbing him in the heart several times to do that. I only threatened to kick him in the nuts.
That's true. There's one thing that I have that you two do not, and that is my womanly charm.
I'm not going to address that situation tonight. I'm going to go to bed.
And as everybody beds down, she heard what you said about protecting her or whatever, and she says, there is nothing we could have done to stop Strahd this evening. I feared something horrible like this would happen, but it seems he has a purpose for allowing me to stay with you, otherwise he would have taken me along with him. I thank you for doing all that you could.
It's our pleasure.
So she lays down on whatever piece of, bedroll she has and tries to get some shut-eye.
piled up the zombies into a rough mattress shape.
Yeah, I guess after a harrowing experience like this, you might as well think, well, I guess it's probably not going to get worse tonight. I guess I can go to sleep. So I think
I still want to do the whole guard rotation thing, so I'm gonna remain awake. It's 4 hours for a long rest.
8.
8?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, well, poo.
The elf is meditate for 4 hours to get a long rest. But yeah, full rest is 8
I
hours.
don't mind taking a short rest.
All right.
I got a whole night to sleep through. It's
Matter
like maybe 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Reginald, I'll wake you after a while if you wouldn't mind taking over for me.
Yeah, they'll be all right.
You go ahead and get some shut eye.
You think I will? Thanks.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just say that you all make it through the night with no
When,
issue.
Before we continue to the next day, when he wakes me up from my watch shift or whatever,
Mhm.
can I have a couple of minutes? I just want to ask him, like, what really happened, because
Yeah,
I
take
think
what you
he's
want.
the only one who actually didn't attack me.
Yeah.
So,
Like, Jericho, what really happened back there?
As soon as Strahd got here, he used some sort of, I guess, vampire magic on you or something. And as soon as he did that, you thought he was, in your words, a very stand-up guy. You thought he was a good friend of yours, like you'd known him for years and years. And he wasn't exactly controlling you, but everything he said, you took deep consideration to it, as if Derman or I had asked you to do something. You attacked me several times. I threatened to kick you in the nuts, and that seemed to slow you down a little, but
I
feel-
remember that.
if you'd kept going, I don't think you would have resisted much longer.
Yeah, that was the fella, right?
Yeah, the big baddie of this whole dark cesspit we're living in right now.
I think we ought to be more careful.
Yeah. If it's any consolation, even in that moment, you seem to stick to your morals pretty well. You did everything you could not to hurt me, and you did everything you could to help Irina.
Well, there's only so much you can do when you're torn between friends like that, but come find out one of them wasn't so much your friend now. Truth is revealed, and you boys was there for me, so I wanna do my best to make it up to you, fella. You know, it's twice now you've done pulled me behind out of a fire like that, so I kind of feels like I owe you two.
Oh, don't worry about it. If you ever need a good kick in the nuts, you come find me, all right?
I will take that under deep consideration before I ask you about that. But I muchly appreciate it, friend.
All right. Well, I gotta get some sleep. Keep an eye out,
Yeah,
and
that
don't
I-
trust anyone that's not us.
Well, I'm gonna do my very best.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Man, y'all got me craving some good down-home campfire conversation.
Right?
I'm ready to go camping.
We need to do some camping.
Very, very solid. Very solid. You all
We
make
could
it
do
through
that
the
Monday.
night, huh?
We could do that Monday or Sunday night, I guess.
It is.
I must use the bathroom.
Okay, seems he's going to the bathroom.
Leave yourself.
While he's
Uh,
evacuating, I got Monday off.
I got my day off.
Nice. I have to find out. I'm sure Lizzie also has the Monday off, so it may be that we do have some plans, and she's currently asleep, at the beach. So I will have to. I'll have to see if we have anything planned, but maybe we can pull off a little Sunday night campus style.
We'll take it under
Keith,
consideration.
If we don't do that, I know you're talking about getting your yard cleaned up. Do you want to? I can come over there and help you do some stuff if you want to clean up your little backyard area.
Sure, I do need to do that too. You would certainly win the affections of Lizzie's heart. And-
That's my true goal.
Yeah.
Yard then you gotta do.
Josh, you haven't seen my new house yet.
I have not.
He's got a pine tree that's like 4 times the height of his 2-story home.
Yeah, that is.
It is just pelting his yard with pine needles.
Yeah, and then but also we have a gumball tree, like a
Ooh.
whatever. What kind of tree is that produces gumballs?
A gum tree.
Well, yeah, we got one of those, so it's all gumballs and pine cones in the yard. Oh man, so
You can't have that much yard.
it's not that much, but it's plenty, I'd say, for what we got up here.
Cool.
Need to come over sometime.
Okay, might come by and check it out.
All right,
Quarantine is lifting.
Zenas is
Zenas,
back.
how was your bladder? Successfully evacuated?
Yep.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Perfect. So
So we have rested fully or partially?
you are fully rested. Everybody has taken is able to take a full rest. You're also level 3. I don't know what needs to change for you to be level 3, but I don't think it's going to mean a lot just yet. For tonight, at least.
Level 3 tends to bring with it class upgrades.
Gotcha.
Yep, I have a martial archetype now. So I've got a fighting style and a martial archetype.
Cool. All I mean to say is that we are approaching the witching hour. I don't think we're going to get into anything too crazy that you'll really need much of your upgrades for
Okay.
in the next little
gotcha.
bit, because we'll probably be done here soon, because the next thing I don't want to start. Yeah, I need sleeps too. I did have a big ol' like double triple shot espresso thing I made myself before the stream, so I'm feeling pretty good.
Is my mic holding up good?
Oh,
Do I
perfect.
need to
It's-
invest in any pop filters or anything?
No, you're completely fine.
I
You're
think
the
you're okay. It's
Good.
got kind of a little built-in filter over there.
I think you're the
Do my
crispest
peas
among us.
sound particularly poppy?
Probably not any worse
Yeah,
than
you're
the
good.
rest of us.
Cool. I did not want to invest in some pantyhose for a pop filter.
No, you don't have to do that.
Certainly for us means though.
Okay, so the sun is coming up, and if it were a less misty morning, you might enjoy a pleasant sunrise as you look across, away from the bridge, off over the lands below you towards the east where the sun would come up. But of course, it is a misty, foggy, overcast day, just like yesterday was and the day before that. And you are awake and on the old Svalich Road with the same goal as you had yesterday, except some of you have a few more holes in your neck, and hopefully a healthy respect for whoever Strahd Vazarovich is.
Hey fellas, I got a good feeling about today. I think the rest of this is just gonna be smooth sailing from here on out.
One can
No,
dream
don't say
of
stuff like that.
No, it's all gonna be just cheery and sunshine the whole way. You just look, you'll see.
Anyway, should we get going? Across the bridge and finally to our destination.
Yeah, we don't have to do any camping on that side, so we might as well cross it now.
I'm gonna point that way with my mace. Let's head off, fellas. We got this. It can't be too much farther.
I feel the call of nature, so I'm gonna piss out the fire if you don't mind. You guys go ahead.
No.
Yes, I will be far away from that.
Yes.
If anyone wants to be entertained, you can stay and watch the show.
Right. You gotta quench the blade.
Oh, bother.
Breathe it in, boys. You've earned it.
All right. So you guys do some traveling, and by mid-morning, you find yourselves at another crossroads. At this crossroad, there are three places that could be traveled. You could go back the way you came. There is an eastern branch and a western branch. The eastern branch of the crossroads points toward. There's a sign that says Ravenloft Castle, and there's a sign to the left that says to Valaki and Lake Zarovich.
Arena, you from this area. Do you know anything more about this lake that keeps popping up on these signs here?
Lake Zarovich is the largest lake in Barovia. It is the town of Valaki, where we are headed, is right on the water of Lake Zarovich. From what I know, I've never been there myself.
So this is me out of character. I'm personally a little bit confused. It's right on the where we're going is towards the town, not towards the Ravenloft, right?
Yeah, Ravenloft
It's
is
all
what.
the same direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me draw for you again.
Yeah, because I remember you said to the east is the Ravenloft, and to the left is the other one.
We didn't start our journey in the middle of our little map that we are going across right now. He said we started on the
Yeah.
far
Imagine
east side.
the square is the full map. You started on the east side of the full map of Barovia. So far, you've done some traveling, and you're like here.
Okay.
Your crossroads here. There's a crossroad that goes like this, sorta, that says to Castle Ravenloft. There's a crossroad that goes that way that says to Valaki / Lake Zarovich.
Cool, but we're trying to avoid Ravenloft, right?
You have heard that Ravenloft is the castle where Strahd Zarovich lives and rules his kingdom.
That's a strong avoid in my book.
Hey, fellas, this lake sounds pretty appealing. It might be some good fishing there.
There's a sign pointing to Valaki, right?
Yeah, Valaki / Lake Zarovich.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can continue on that way. It seems to be the direction we're headed.
I believe that is the right decision. Hopefully we can make it to Valaki by the end of this day.
Yes.
Ooh, I get a... Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
That's it. That's all I'm saying.
I got you. When I started my Gloomstalker thing, I get an extra attack at the first attack of my combat.
Cool.
I get to deal an extra attack that deals an extra D8, and my movement speed is increased by 10 feet until the end of my first turn.
Nice.
Ooh, that's kind of spicy.
Very impressive. A little burst speed out the gate. Nicely done.
Fellas, I think I speak for everyone. I think we ought to head towards the place where, the place where we were supposed to be going in the first place, toward the Valaki place.
Yes, I agree.
Sounds good. Let's head that way.
Okay.
Headed that way, attempting to whistle a jaunty tune.
As you make it that way, as you go that way, you eventually in like the next 10 to 15, 20 minutes, you approach a big set of gates, much like the gates that you passed through to get here, the Barovian gates that you passed through where the door opened itself for you. The only difference for these gates is that the heads of the statues are missing as you pass through, but the gate does not open or close. The gate is just open for you to pass through.
Ooh, that's a good gate opening noise right there.
Yeah, nicely done. And I think honestly, this is probably the best place for us to call it a night on this one, because beyond here, we may get into some things that will certainly take us past time. So to give you just a little mood spicy moment on the a little stinger for next time, or just to set the mood, is as you pass through the gate, you hear the creaking of the iron bars in the wind. You all turn around as if to check the place that you have gone. One more time for any spooky things that might be lurking in the overcast light. And off in the distance, as if intentionally a bit revealed through the fog, just as a enticement to you as something to pique your curiosity, you can see on top of a great high cliff the outline of a dark castle that you know obviously must be Ravenloft Castle, looking over your path forward.
Nice.
Dun dun dun.
And that'll do it for Dungeon Boys. This episode of Curse of Strahd. As far as actual progress, who knows how much progress we made. But thank you, boys, for playing.
I liked it.
And
That was definitely a different one.
yeah. We will see you all next time. Please remember that we love you very, very much.
Bye.
Bye. All right, that was the end of our podcast recording. Sparkly Trash 1 redeemed get a compliment from my channel point rewards. Sparkly Trash, that is your GF, isn't it? Isn't it, Zenus?
Yep.
Would you like to give her the compliment instead?
What's the compliment? What are you talking about?
She redeemed channel
you have
points.
good taste in men.
There you go.
Oh,
There
yes.
you go. That's the compliment. That's what you paid for. She paid 600 points for that, Zenus.
Oh, well, okay.
What she could have gotten with that, she could have spilled her coffee at least twice. She could have highlighted 6 messages. She could have made me do 10 push-ups or 10 sit-ups, not both. She didn't have enough for that. She could have gotten a freeze frame. But that's about it. So, thank you so much, Sparkly Trash. Thank you so much for being with us this evening and for supporting your BF in this enterprise. And thank you to my Dungeon Boys. That being said, I'm going to end the stream. Sparkly Trash, thank you so much for being here and supporting your boyfriend. Anybody else that tuned in, thank you. If you're watching this on a VOD or on YouTube or whatever, we appreciate you and we love you. But I'm going to click the little box and tell you all on the stream. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye.
Later.